Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your patience. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot. This is The Last of Us Part 2 action. My name is David. Guys, our last sitting with the game was our first sitting, and it was boring as fuck. It was boring as fuck, guys. I mean, it's The Last of Us. That's kind of what you expect from this franchise, right? If you're me. I mean, I didn't like the first game that much for the same reasons. It was pretty brain-dead gameplay-wise. Lots of cutscenes, lots of walking and talking, lots of exposition. I've been musing about the fact that I think this game's writing works for me better than the first game's, which isn't saying a whole lot. The first game's writing didn't do nothing for me. But this game's writing, you know, they're endearing me more to the characters early on. I think that's partially because we're starting in peace times, right? The last game, we start off with all the main characters, and they're quite grizzled. They're quite hardened. They're quite jaded. They're all angry at each other, and over the course of the game, we see Ellie and Joel sort of warm up to each other a little bit on some Free Willy type shit. They eventually become, more comfortable with each other, and it kind of ends on a sweet note. That's sort of the way that game, the flow works of it narratively. This game is the opposite, right? It starts off quite warm and sweet, and as it goes on, as I understand it, gets darker and darker and darker. But I do think that, for me personally, starting off in peace times and having us kind of get endeared to the characters early on is... it works for me better. I find the character more interesting in that respect. I feel like I'm more like attached to them than I was in The Last of Us Part 1, just because we see them at their best, right? Not at their worst. Free Willy, good vibe. Yeah, they're going to free a whale. And one of them are orca whales. Yeah, in the sense, that Free Willy is about a foster kid who doesn't get along with his parents, right? And he's always at odds with them until they eventually warm to each other and start to trust each other, and they end up working together in the end. Let's do the story mode here. So, continue, sure. Last time we played, I mentioned that this is my first playthrough, sure, but it's not. I'm not totally blind going in. I watched all the reviews when the game came out, and I've heard all the spoilers. I know what's going to happen in the story more or less. I mean, not in detail, but the general big twists. That being said, one thing this game got bizarre reviews for was this chapter we're on right now, I guess, right? Which is the fact that this game is totally linear, as are all Naughty Dog games, but they have a chapter kind of like Lost Legacy had, where the game is open world for a little while. And people were understandably like, why? Why not just make an open world game if you want to make an open world game? How come this game's going to be, linear all the way through, except for this one chapter? That seems like a bizarre choice. But hey, I'll take it. I mean, the Lost Legacy, Uncharted PS4, that was the best chapter of that game, by far. And it should have been its own game, to be honest. It should have been, that's the way the game should have been. It was so much fun. So I'm kind of got my fingers crossed here that in this chapter, I'm going to really enjoy myself. Whether or not I enjoy myself for the remainder of the game, it's a whole other question. But I'm hoping to at least have fun with this part. But word, Tyler, welcome back. This is a Last of Us Part 2, Camid. Taking forever to load. The thing I hate about this game is it's of its time. Don't do what everyone else is doing. That sucks as good vibe. I'm not sure what you mean by that good vibe, because of the whole zombie thing. I wonder in what way this game is of its time, and that's sort of a bad thing. Okay, so we're going to be in the chapter of the game now, which is legendarily more open, and really I'm looking forward to finally getting some time to play the game and not have to sit through a bunch of cutscenes, right? I think this is my part of the game where I can actually, explore and complete objectives and otherwise have a good time.
I'd probably just become one more asshole soldier.
No way. I can't see you taking orders from anybody.
Yeah.
The DualShock's low, huh?
I gotta say, I was expecting the Seattle QZ to be a lot more occupied.
Yeah. Maybe they're all hiding at the Saravina.
How many WLF you think there are anyway?
Well, at least 8.
If we're lucky, that'll be it.
So their mouths are moving.
But we should stay alert. Stock up while we can.
Let's get off this horse. I feel like I'm having trouble. So right off the bat, my first feeling is, man, this 30 frames per second is not enough. For a game that looks this splendid, I sure could go for some sweet 60. So I can actually scroll my camera and see what the hell's happening. The thing about 30 frames, guys, when you're trying to do a fast pan, everything just breaks up, right? Everything breaks up because the frame rate can't keep up. But his game is actually 60 on PS5, if that's your sort of thing. Funkin' zombies are rare in a world of zombies, says Tyler. That's definitely true, but Funkin' zombies are just zombies, though. It's like they really want to do something a little bit different. They said, well, I mean, fuck, let's make them spores this time. Oftentimes you'll see these different IPs try to put their own spin, so it's not just zombies. So I think I kind of like the idea of a spore zombie, though, just because I kind of like the idea of, the spores. Right? It's sort of evocative. I like when they go to, the really, infested areas, Tyler. They gotta wear their gas mask, all the spores in the air. I also like the idea that perhaps the spores could like contaminate you, just in the air. Yeah, you can kind of tell when the big zombies are around because there's all the spores in the air. It's kind of fun. A bunch of stuff I won't go into, says Give Up. I could write a freaking essay. You know me, man. I fucking love those freaking essays. I write them myself. Especially before I was a streamer. Back then I used to kind of pop off. Before I had you guys to talk to, I just rant to my friends forever about my feelings on various games. Anyway, so we're in the QZ, guys. So basically, if you guys need a little refresher, last time Joel was killed by some Washington Liberation Front soldiers, Ellie has assumed that in order to get revenge, she should come to this place here in, are we in Seattle, I think it is? And I guess we're in sort of like a QZ, where there is no one here. I thought we were supposed to have like people here. There might be some people here. But this is the part of the game that's supposedly open world, right? So I'm probably going to enjoy this part as much as I can possibly enjoy The Last of Us. And then immediately, you know, hate it again. So she's marking stuff down. We found a place. Now already, right? Already, I'm in love with this. This is all that I wanted, guys. It's all that I wanted. Right? I'm exploring a place. I found a cave. This is like my, you know, game design 101. Right? This is how you appeal to me. I say this on stream a few times in the past. Oh, here we go.
In like a holy shit, we might get crushed kind of way.
Relax. It's probably been like this for years. It's not gonna collapse today.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
Not a fan.
I think I'm gonna raise the volume here a smidge, guys. I'm gonna be right back. But yeah, I've said before that I took a little survey a while back about game design. You know, let's say gamer archetypes, and it was deduced that I'm of the quote unquote explorer archetype, or my main motivation in any game is like exploring. That being said, let's see if I can raise some smidge. You want to go first? Think you're a young god?
Alley-oop.
Yo. I'll do some stereo tests later, see if I can get the stereo correct. Anyway.
Yes.
I really have been kind of finding over the years through streaming that all it takes for me on the most fundamental level to enjoy a game is to just set me loose in a hypothetical field and have me find a hypothetical cave. Already, when I find that cave, I'm fucking excited. And then if you put some treasure in that cave, that's it. Maybe put a little boss in there for me to fight. It's whatever. You're done. That's all you got to do. It's not rocket science. But a lot of games, you know, they don't have stuff like that. In this game, I'm sure this is going to be the last part of the game that has anything like that. Supposedly, this is like the open chapter. But I'm in love. That's all it takes. I'm already fucking pumped. We got a nice big field to explore. There's buildings and caves, and maybe climb in some windows. Right? It sounds fucking sick. Maybe some zombies to kill. Maybe some soldiers, some human soldiers. Maybe stealthing guys. It's whatever, dude. I'm here for this. Zombie fungus is, however, real and common in the real world. Is that true, Tyler? Oh, yeah, zombie fungus. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's probably maybe why they decided to use fungus as a archetype in this game. Oh, so the cave was into the building. Oh. I was told last time that the flashlight does have limited power. I've not noticed if it does. It's never turned off on me. I wonder if we're going to have day and night cycles in this chapter.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Your call. They're wearing body armor.
What the fuck? This is sick. I don't remember the controls at all, I just realized. I think that sound means they're seeing me. I want to retreat so bad. I'm so scared. I'm pretty sure that sound means they see me. I should crouch. Okay, that's the crouch button. Dude, Tyler, I need to remember the controls for this game. Okay, is there water up here? It's a little bit. It's gotta walk mad slow. I'm so scared. I'm probably gonna die here, to be honest, guys. So Tyler told me last time, I think it was Tyler that mentioned this, that hard mode's actually hard in this game. I put it on hard because last time I played The Last of Us on whatever the highest difficulty was you could start at first, probably it was like either hard or normal, and it was so fucking easy. So I really wanted to make sure I started on something harder than normal mode this time, and I'm getting my ass kicked. This game definitely seems to have a better balance in terms of difficulty than the last game did. So it's important you recognize which ones are clickers, which ones are regular zombones. Is R1 my sniffer? That's my sniffer. It's a harder game, says Tyler. Yeah, I did not know that. The first game was so fucking easy. I heard that on the higher difficulties, the first game was also kind of challenging. But it was one of the easier games I ever played on stream. So the clickers, they can't see me even if I'm right in front of them, as long as I'm not noisy. The smaller zombies I could just duke it out with. I could just punch them. The clickers kill you one hit if they're near you. I only see... Oh, there's at least 4. There's actually 5 at least. Can I see that one over there? Or see further? You think another room looks like? Quit clicking, dude. You're freaking me out. So I can use... I have a bottle I can use to lure zombies to places. I never did that in the last game. It was a really major mechanic in the last game that I totally didn't even explore because the game was so fucking easy. But already I'm like, I kind of feel like I need to break up their fucking pattern a little bit. So the stealth kill will also not attract a clicker. Oh, there's at least 2 clickers, I think. You can tell them the way they move. But I really want to kill the clickers ASAP. I have to basically sneak up on them while the other zombies aren't looking. And make sure I use square button. No. Triangle button to grab them. Triangle so you grab a clicker. Or any character. You have to grab them with triangle, not square. Last time I fucked it up twice and it was a huge fucking problem. Sniff. Now these zombies don't have great eyesight. But even then, their pattern right now is just kind of annoying. I think the zombies don't necessarily... Molotovs, my friend. Oh, I got Molotovs too. I can also craft stuff. In the first game, I never crafted anything. Tyler. I never once used the crafting mechanics. This game, I actually have to learn how to play to actually survive, which is a good thing. That's a really good thing. That's the way a game should be. You have to learn to play to survive. In my case, though, I don't have a lot of experience from the last game. Okay, I'm gonna try to grab this clicker. How come, So wait, so can they see you? I thought you could sneak up in front of them. Brick to draw in a crowd, then bonfires, says Tyler. I'm still not sure if the clickers can see you or not. Maybe somebody else saw me? Can you not stick with them from the front? What's up, Eddie? Welcome aboard, dog. Maybe clickers also can't be snuck up front, because they have echolocation, it said. Maybe you have to be behind them.
Watch it!
Fucking run! L1 button! Oh shit. Some do have sight and alert others, says DJ, says Tyler. Welcome aboard, DJ Godzone. I'm pretty sure in the last game zombies would climb, right? At least a little bit. But it sure is dark. Yeah, so I think that the clickers, it was explained in the tutorial, they have quote-unquote echolocation. So maybe if I'm right in front of them, they can see me. If I'm actually like right in front of them. Hey, Eddie, these fucking zombies are no fucking joke. The echolocation? Echolocation? What's a cholos? Yeah, I thought maybe they were totally blind, and by extension, I could sneak up on them right from the front. But maybe not. Maybe they're just like other zombies, but stronger, to be honest. Maybe their eyesight's actually a little bit worse than other ones are, but you still can't sneak up right in front of them and choke them out. You gotta go from behind a little bit. These zombies got a really fucking tight, a totally accidentally tight patrol route here. It's impenetrable. I wish this guy would just keep walking instead of stopping while this other guy gets into position, you know what I mean? Like, look, I want to get behind this fucking clicker, but it's so hard. This bitch is watching me. Okay. Takes forever. I'm in a pretty safe spot, I think-ish. There's somebody right there. I hear more than one person. Because I'm closer, so I'm hearing all the other zombies. There's at least one more clicker. The other guys, they are hard to beat, but they're not so hard to beat. I don't want to use ammo if I can help it. That I also have a hammer with me, which is great. Yeah, they have body armor, which is a whole other thing. Here's my chance to kill her. Oh my god. Okay, I got the right button pressed. I kind of strummed the buttons on accident. I forgot which button was which in the last moment. So I'm glad I hit triangle first. The other clicker is, I think, a little further down. I might be able to stealth kill this crazy bitch right here. Are you sipping the haterade for this one yet? I would say yes. But I kind of hope I would enjoy today's stream more. Just by virtue of it being... I should probably kill this guy. Just because I hear it's more going to be like more gameplay focused stream today. And I'm enjoying the fuck out of this, honestly. I'm having a kick-ass time right now. I found a cave. I'm killing bad guys. That's all I want. That's all I want to do is find caves and kill bad guys. It's a little bit slow-paced, but like, I don't know how to play yet, right? I could probably do it faster. Like producer Tyler says, I could just, you know, throw a brick and lure them all over here and Molotov them. But since I'm kind of a novice, I'm going kind of slow. But that's cool. I'd much rather do that. I'd much rather sit here forever, guys, and wait for the patrol to be just right for me to kill them. Dinah, if you don't get the fuck out of my way. I'd much rather do that than just sit around and watch cutscenes all day. I want to kill this guy now. I'm pretty sure he's by himself. Ish. Okay, fucking run. Fucking run. Fucking run. Fuck. Well, we killed a few of them. Hopefully they stay dead. What's up, Nirhan? Is that Dina? Okay, that's Dina. Any zombies coming? Okay. We're okay. How you doing, Nirhan? Hopefully night's been good. I think that was Dina coming down behind me. They won't follow you, Tyler. That's kind of a drag. Do they not climb in this game? I wouldn't mind if they chase me. You know, enough to be scary anyway. Wonder if their patrols and everything resets. I know in the last game they would chase you relatively far, but that was a linear game. So, you know, maybe because this game is non-linear in this part, they didn't want to have them chase you too far. Because it might fuck something up. Okay, I hear a clicker, and I'm surprised I don't see nobody. I mean, I didn't kill that many of them. Maybe Dina kills one or two. They can climb, but it's limited. I'm sure it's kind of like, you know, every game has like a, what call that, tether distance. It means to have a tether distance, right, where they can't get too far. That way it's, you know, they don't ever leave their place they're supposed to be patrolling. That being said, yeah, the first game they could chase you a pretty long ways. So that was because the game was linear. You know, that you couldn't just like run them around in a circle. It could be the game is trying to, because it's, you know, less linear this time. It could be that their tether is a little bit tighter. They don't want me to like lure them out into the field and then like, you know, easily kill them or run behind them and get here rather than worry about any enemies, etc., etc. It's kind of hard to tell where everybody is. Okay, so I see only one left. Maybe Dina killed one. I wonder if Dina has unlimited ammo. There's a clicker left. And I think the clicker might be all that's left. There was at least 2 more zombies. She does this time. She has unlimited ammo. So she must have killed at least one of these zombies, maybe more. So there's only 1 clicker left. Okay, that shouldn't be so bad. I mean, it's going to be kind of bad, to be honest. The clickers are pretty scary. If I die, I'm going to have to kill all these guys again, which is kind of a drag. The clickers, they can't really run all that fast. If I literally... But they're pretty quick. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty quick. But if I turn tail and run away... I should be okay. I wish I wouldn't do that all the time. It kind of makes me feel like they've seen me. The suspense, Eddie, the suspense. Yeah, exactly, Tyler, exactly. I can outrun a clicker. They're fast if you're fighting other zombies, but if I turn 180 degrees and hold the run button, they can't catch me.
Okay. That's all of them.
Shout out to fucking
Look
Dina.
at the body armor. They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah.
Let's find some loot.
Where are we?
So,
This is the bank?
from a game design perspective,
Ooh.
Right.
Fancy schmancy.
I mentioned this earlier that I'm like an explorer. Like, my perspective on gaming is from like an explorer's perspective. And I kind of want to make note here that I find it really boring to loot in this game. I kind of wish it wasn't even a mechanic in this game. That being said, because I found this place on my own, the game gave me the illusion of, like, you know, finding this place on my own. And because the game didn't tell me you have to go here, I'm already way more interested in killing enemies and looting the place, right? Like, I feel like, you know, I've sort of earned this experience. I sort of found this place and killed the bad guys. Now I can reap the rewards. That works for me from a game design perspective. It's very simple. It's very mechanical. It's 101 type shit. But a lot of games don't really exercise that, especially, you know, games like this. It's optional time, exactly. It's optional. Can I say that I, you know, found it? Because, of course, the developers, they put it here for me to find, right? It's not like I found a actual secret. It was here for me to find. They expected me to find it. But, you know, it's just that the game didn't tell me I have to go here. I cannot stand it when games just kind of walk you from point A to point B all the time. I much rather prefer when they go, you know, here's a place, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I like to be self-motivated for my lust for treasure. I have a lust for treasure, man. I want to get points. I want to get gold. I want to get new weapons and armor, and I want to unlock new skills. These are all things I want to do inherently as a gamer. And so, you know, if you set me loose in an environment and say, here's a place where you can find stuff, then I'm happy. For all the cinematics, the ND Dick Ride on Naughty Dog, they do have nice graphics and set pieces. Yeah. I played through the entire Uncharted franchise to prepare for this game, essentially. And I must say that, you know, I don't really feel like The Last of Us Part 1 had quote-unquote great set pieces. But, you know, Uncharted is known for its, you know, high action set pieces, and there were some that were really mind-blowing in that franchise. And the graphics are nice. Again, they're first-party developers. They know how to make the most of the PlayStation hardware, I guess. Wow, look at that view, AJ. Yeah, they already had that happen in this game like 3 times. I love it, the Naughty Dog trope. They literally, I said last time, AJ, the actual developers themselves will fucking this. Wow, look at our graphics. Aren't they great? We're such amazing developers. Look at this amazing view. Wow. Aren't you glad you bought this game now? It's kind of corny. Like, they can't just let you appreciate it yourself. They have to have a character in the game be like, wow. Look at that. What a vista. Crazy how somebody had to make that. What's up, Chiva Jones? This is a great achievement on PS4, says Eddie. Yeah, I mentioned in the last stream, Eddie, I don't play any modern games. You could tell me that, you know, fucking Kingdom Hearts 1 was a PS4 game, I'd be like, wow, look at these graphics, it's amazing. I don't know from what makes a game have good graphics these days. But I'm saying this game's quite pretty. Enjoy the gameplay, says AJ. I think you're in the abandoned bank right now. I think I am, AJ. Man, you're fucking smart. You haven't even seen that much. You must know this game really well. You've been watching for 5 minutes. You know, I'm in the bank. So let's see here. So I can, I don't know if the elevator still seem to work here. That's fine. I gotta climb something, I think. I can get up there. But I can't climb this. This is definitely trying to tell me that there's no, you know, there's gonna be an invisible wall, basically. I'm not Nathan Drake. Maybe that's all there is? There isn't any more? That's all there is. There isn't any more. Is there another door back here? There's a vault, says AJ. Oh, maybe I haven't found it yet. Wouldn't mind if there was... Oh, I see. I haven't been back here yet. So maybe the second floor is just for show, huh? It's not actually a place I can get to. Things you can do, some can't be done. I'm scared of there's more zombies. They told me there's definitely not, but I don't trust them. Here's a nice bag. I want trading cards. Oh, hey. I love these, man. Again, this is really basic game design shit. I don't want to fucking sound overly impressed.
We're trying to rob the bank.
Oh, shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie.
I don't want to give them too much credit for literally discovering basic game design, but I do love in this game when they're like, here's a note that has a passcode on it. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll find a fucking locked door. And I find a door, I'm like, oh my God, I have the code for this door. You know, because it's like, I kind of feel like I'd rather have that, honestly, guys. If we're talking like, you know, essentials game design, then instead of giving me like a key to open the door, give me a sheet of paper with a code. That way there's like a little bit more going on. Even better if the code has like a little riddle on it. You know, like that's the same thing as a key, but it's a little bit more involved. Ain't none, says Shiva Jones. Huh? How you feel about this game's big area? I just started today, Shiva Jones. I'm just starting the big area, and so far I'm having a good time. This is my first little dungeon I found in the big area, and it sure was fun finding a cave and finding zombies in the cave and finding treasure in that cave. When unlocking safes, if you don't know the code, the correct numbers will make a different sound. That's what Tyler told me. Let's read this. L drops off NKB, hits front door at 0100, that's the time. L drives to the back, okay, blah, blah, blah. This is just the plan for robbing the bank. Some saves don't have code, and you have to pick by sounds, says Tyler. Okay. That's going to be really hard. This game's sound is really, really quiet. Here's the vault. It's a shame that I don't need any fucking money. This is the apocalypse. Looking forward to hearing your final thoughts already. Huh? It's a divisive game with lots of good and bad points, says Eddie. We'll see. I've found Naughty Dog games to be quite fraught in general. In all the Uncharted games, except for the first one, which was ass, I've had things I liked and disliked. And as the franchise went on, I liked them more. And I was really fucking frustrated, guys, by the Lost Legacy. Because that game's open world chapter, of which there is exactly one, was so good. It was so good. If the whole game had been that, it would have been 10 out of 10 game. But as it stands, it's just another okay-ish Uncharted game. Because they couldn't really double down on what the game did best, which was the exploring, the climbing, the punching, the shooting, the stealthing, the choking. You know, that's where the game was at its best. But instead, they had to make me fucking walk and talk. Here's a cutscene, blah, blah, blah. So do we have the code for this? Let's look at my thing. Bank heist plans. The vault, 602306. 602306. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh no. Can I go up more than one at a time? Here we go. Six, 0, 2, 3. Okay, very subtle difference. 602306, I think it was. I hope so. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It makes a different sound. It's no Nights in a Dream, that's for sure, says Eddie. Yeah, it's a game that's very gameplay focused, right? And I'm not saying I don't like story in my games. I like when games have good stories. But I think that it's really hard to find a balance that works between having a story and having a game. Right? It's not that I don't like... Even then, like, it's not that I really hate the story in these games either. The stories, I find them to not be that... I think they're a little bit overrated. In The Last of Us Part 1, anyway. That being said, you know, it's just that it takes so much time out of the game. That's my problem with it. Had a guy locked in the vault. Finally got a shotgun. That's cool.
Thanks, dude.
So I got a new gun. I wonder how many guns this game has. Because this is my rifle slot, right? So I wonder if I can... Oh, I probably have to tap left multiple times. It's kind of fun. I think there might be a bunch of different weapons. What we got here?
Look at all this money.
So Dina found some money.
The bag's full.
Man, if we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich.
Fuck this. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Fucking Neil roped me in. Said the police would be too busy chasing all those sick people running around. Said this place would be easy pickings. So of course those sick fuckers showed up and everything went to shit. Pulled one of them off Kyle and nearly lost my arm with all the fucking bites. So this is right when the apocalypse started, I guess. They're trying to rob a bank. Yeah, they're bank robbers, AJ. I love the fact that you can unlock on your own. In RE2 Remake, I just quickly threw every possible combination until the lock opens. Much simpler in this game. Oh, you mean you would punch in every code and press, you know, you actually confirm each code, and then until you brute force it. This game, you can actually hear it. You don't actually have to commit until you're got the right code. It's kind of fun, for sure. I think that a lot of games have cool lock-picking mechanics. This game's is pretty simple, but also pretty fun, right? You can kind of listen real close and click, 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 click. Oh, there's the click. Oh, that's what I wanted. But I kind of like picking locks in any game. How about, like, hacking mini-games are always fun, too. What's up, Peter Steves? Last was part 2, man. You're playing Last was part 2 here. The cops will be here soon. If I go down, then my friends go down with me. I'll tell the newspapers, tell everybody on TV that Kyle Peters, Leon Travis, and Neil Grant are motherfucking cowards. They're gonna have another puzzle with these guys, or what? You would think probably not, but it's kind of funny how they give me all their names. I feel really fucking weird right now, sweating like a pig, arms all red and black where I got bit. Can't keep my thoughts straight. Oh shit, is this how it happens? Am I turning into one of them? Fuck that. If I'm going out, I'm gonna go out like a fucking man. So he shot himself before he became a zombie, huh? Ready to escape? Oh no, AJ, please no spoilers though.
They tried robbing the bank on Outbreak Day.
Probably seemed smart at the time.
Oh my god. Oh, what's this? Nada. So these are where people keep their valuable stuff. Again, I don't really want money. Money doesn't do me any good in the apocalypse. That being said, this is also where people keep their valuables. So it could be like, I don't know, maybe some other treasures that might help me out. They mess with you with false clicks, throw you off, makes it harder to pick by sound. Did a whole playthrough with no codes and just clicks, huh? Thank you, AJ. Yeah, so there's like, sometimes there's clicks there to throw you off, huh? That sounds frustrating. I mean, theoretically, I would never find, you know, alcohol or rags here. Here's a ring, that's cool.
Cool.
What does it say on there? Read it. Sic Parvis Magna. Okay, is that an Uncharted reference, maybe? Maybe not. No clue what that means. Who speaks Latin? I have a shotgun now. Yeah, is that an Uncharted Easter egg, maybe, AJ? Kind of what it seems like. So great and small, says a little achievement there. Yeah, that's the Uncharted ring. So AJ gave me some reason to be nervous here getting out. 2 or 3 clicks per number pair, huh? Okay, so it's not always accurate. You still have to kind of brute force it a little bit. What you picking through, Dina? You find something good? Doing coke? No, she's just fucking poking around. Okie dokie, I don't see nothing else around here. This game, though, you gotta be kind of careful as you pick around. There's definitely... like, I'm so nervous because what AJ said. AJ, why you try to scare me, dog? Oh, no. More zombies spawned in. So Dina is invisible, thankfully. There's a clicker and a zombie. And it seems there's only those 2. The clicker is not going to be able to see me around this corner unless I do something really loud. I could probably go kill the other zombie, to be honest. Here comes the clicker, though. That's a good thing. Facing that way. Can't be too loud about this. Okay, fucking relax. Fucking relax. Okay, get stabbed. If the other zombie sees me, it's not a big deal. I wasn't sure where the other zombie was, but again, if she sees me, it's not the end of the world. Because she's by herself. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, Dina fucking did her like that?
I think we're done with this place.
Let's go, Dina. Holy fuck.
Agreed.
Sick Parvis, these nuts. I'm saying it, seriously. Yo, Dina fucking just off that zombie. There's a ring in the safety deposit box. If you haven't found it yet, I did find it, Tyler. Yeah, I did find the ring. So she marked it off. Does that mean that we're done here? Location complete. That's kind of nice. My inner completionist is pleased by this mechanic. Like, yeah, you're done. You're done good. Everything's finished here. Never come back here again. Oh, okay. I'm here for that. I'm kind of bothered by it, though. I want more loot off the zombies. That's just basic, gameplay stuff. I can see why you would want to put loot on the zombies as well. But I kind of feel like when I kill something, I kind of want an extra reward for it. But my reward is not get killed by that zombie later, so. Okay, so that was our first little sub-dungeon of this game's open world chapter, and I had fun.
Hey, if you lived in the old world, what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
But you can get a farmhouse now.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Facts.
Farmhouse is way more practical.
So, I kind of doubt this game's going to have like a day-night cycle. It's kind of a drag. I wouldn't mind seeing this place at night.
That place was crazy.
Maybe it will.
Well, I got a shotgun out of it, so not complaining.
So I wonder if I hadn't got the
Alright,
shotgun.
let's find that
I mean, they would
gas.
never have marked that off, right? My completion marker. Is this my map button? No. Wait a minute. So what is this button? Was that my share button? No, no. What have I done? Hope my controller doesn't die in the middle of a zombie fight. Probably will. It's okay. I'll have to do it again. So I'm not going to explore on the horse just because, again, the frame rate I find to be kind of, at 30 frames, kind of hard for me to, like, see as things pan by really quickly. I'd much rather explore on foot, make sure I don't miss anything. Damn, lots of notes. Colin, I heard another rumor that the Westlake
place
Bank
out.
has never been searched. If that's true, then it would be filled with more pre-outbreak supplies. I say we go for it. If there are enough weapons in there, I know some guys that we can trade with for safe passage out of this hellhole. Come on, man, I don't have the balls to go in there by myself. Aaron. Just like a hint on there's a bank nearby, huh? Weapons can be collected later in the game if you missed them first time around, huh? Yeah, I'm sure you're right about that, AJ. I kind of wonder if they would have marked it as complete if I hadn't got the shotgun. I bet you that it wouldn't have spawned the enemies either. You know what I mean? If I hadn't got the shotgun. Whew. Very warm tonight. Oh, look at this beautiful fucking wildflowers. Hope you guys don't mind if I walk around aimlessly in this field for any amount of time. 'Cause I am trying to make sure I don't miss anything Secaret. This game would probably be a lot more fun at 60 on PS5. But fuck a PS5, dog. You guys want to buy a PS5 or not? For me, how many games are there for PS5 right now? There's like none, right? It's just like a souped up PS4. That's cool, I guess. To each their own. But for the prices it's going for and how hard it is to find right now, it's kind of a drag, I feel like. I understand that COVID fucked up a lot of this sort of shit. That's not really Sony's fault. But it's kind of, it's a pretty hard sell, I feel like. Exactly, AJ. It's kind of like Lost Legacy, dude. But this game is no Lost Legacy. I was talking to my brother today about how Lost Legacy is a game that kind of blew me away with its open world section. It was so much fun. But that game's gameplay is not like this game's gameplay, right? This game's like a survival horror game, kind of. And as a result, there's no, like, swinging around on fucking grappling hooks. There's no punching. There's no, I kind of feel like Lost Legacy, the open world section, is probably more fun than this game. We're going to find out, though. My PS4 took a dump, says Hubie. I lost over 5 years worth of Minecraft saves. Damn, Hubie. So the hard drive was corrupted? Maybe you could pry it open and get that shit out of there. That sucks, homeboy. Unless the hard drive itself was damaged. Even then, it still sucks. Yeah, I'm not really sure how rescuing data from PS4 works anyway, even if the hard drive was okay. Wow. This is really fun all of a sudden. Like, I'm just fucking having fun exploring this environment and not feeling as though I'm pressured to go any direction in particular. That's something I just find really fun. Isn't that interesting how easy I am to please? But these games can never do it. Drive cloner and replace hard drives, says Tyler. Tyler knows. But the hard drive's corrupted, says Hubie. Damn, man. That's frustrating. And also very unusual, Hubie. I mean, you must use your PS4 a lot to have the hard drive corrupted. I kind of feel like, the PS4 hard drive is not used the way that a PC hard drive is, or anywhere near as often in most cases. For it to have pooped out on you, it seems like it must be a pretty rare defect. Hard drives can take a lot of abuse over many years. But that could just be me, Hubie, because, you know, I never used my PS4 for anything. I've used my PS4, you know, for virtually no games I played on stream. He must not have the cloud saves, Eddie. If he did, I'm sure he wouldn't be telling us he lost his data. I'd be breaking car windows to bait enemies sometimes. That's you, AJ? This game, I tried breaking car windows earlier. It didn't really work. Oh, but that's what Tyler meant last time. I said that some windows can be broken. I tried breaking car windows last stream and it didn't work. It was just kind of my hammer, you know, I couldn't even touch them. I wonder if there's any zombies roaming the wastelands or any other enemies. Don't spoil it for me, guys. If there is or isn't, I'm just kind of musing to myself. I'm sure I'll find out in time. Yeah, the environment is really massive and meant to be explored on a horse. I'm going really slow on foot. I'm trying to get a sense for the lay of the land here, first of all. Overwriting too much this Tyler, huh? Yeah, I never used my PS4, so it could just be that Hubie uses a lot more than me. But I find it hard to believe that a hard drive could fail on a PS4, if only because, you know, in my case, it's almost never used. Wow. You know, I'm feeling kind of cock-teased right now, insofar as I have this big thing in open-world games where I want to explore all the interiors, and oftentimes there's very few interiors to explore. But hypothetically, if I can go into a lot of these buildings, and don't spoil it if I can, or if I can't, but that'd be sick. I mean, theoretically, I think I could. I mean, in a real post-apocalypse, I could just smash the windows and go inside any of these buildings, but it's a video game after all, and they can't have, they don't have unlimited resources to populate all the buildings with, you know, internals. But man, if they did, it'd be so much fun to explore all these places. Wow, look at it, for God's sake. If you pass a landmark, she will write it on the map so you can go back later. Good idea, Tyler. Yeah, I could always just run around on a horse and she'll write everything down. Have looks as AJ, huh? I have an OG PS4. I've had a PS4 drive die before. Surprised the disk drive didn't go first. And I have an OG PS4, secondhand. Yeah, so I guess maybe they just use inferior parts, huh? What's this? Emma Patterson, Acts of Terrorism's edition. Here's more Pattersons. Isaac Dixon, Marcus Wilson. So you'll get some environmental storytelling here, guys, huh? Learn about this area and what's been going on. Okay. Bar Coast Deliveries. So Tyler says something about dogs. Yeah, please no spoilers, guys. I'm sure I'll find things on my own time. Can you imagine if somebody else had been watching when you were playing and said, oh, the dog part, oh. You'd be like, oh, what dogs? What are you talking about? You kind of robbed somebody of the surprise. I don't hear nothing. Can I go inside here? Oh!
Nope. Locked.
But that gives me hope. Oh, it needs a key. Oh! How about I find a key? I don't like how dark it is back here. I feel like I'm going to find zombies. Now, I'm not sure if... So in the first game, there were parts where zombies were outside, right? I kind of feel like there were parts in the first game where they were like, oh, this is an indoor area where spores can fucking, you know, they go ham inside here. You know, the air is very stagnant, so zombies are really strong here. Something like that, right, in the first game? But I think zombies could still wander outside. This place looks so sick. God damn. It really is annoying to think that this whole game is not going to be just this. Dawn of the Wolf Part 2. Just imagine, you know, if the whole game was just, you know, open world. Not sure if you've come across enemies stuck to the walls yet that jump out, says AJ, huh? I have not. Wow. So this is Bar Coast. This is the dog place. It's a pet store. What's up, H-San? Is this good, though, huh? This game? Is this game good? So far, I'm on the fence about it. As I am for most Naughty Dog games. I really didn't like my first thing. I didn't hate it. It's just, you know, it's fucking boring, as I expect. From this franchise. I'm enjoying this right now, though. I'm enjoying the soundtrack. I'm enjoying the exploring. Look out for the ones wearing denim, then, says AJ, huh? Denim wearing zombies that jump off the walls. I think AJ's trolling me. They know they don't like spoilers. I think he's making up spoilers. The lighting looks great. You know, I wouldn't mind a day-night cycle, for sure. I'm already feeling like it could definitely, if time were to pass, that'd be really awesome. I've been seeing these trucks around. Jeez, this is cool looking, though. Man. It's so awesome. What a great environment to, you know, like, decayed city. Like, this is something that a lot of media, like, strives for. You know, the decayed city and the post-apocalypse is not a new setting for any kind of media. Movies, you know, or otherwise. Movies, films, games, books. But I think that very few have accomplished it to this extent where I'm like, holy shit, it's like a real city, but, you know, overtaken by vines. Well, I haven't noticed it, AJ, okay? I haven't noticed it yet. If it's something I noticed during gameplay, I haven't noticed it yet. That's a spoiler, dude! That's exactly what a spoiler is. Something you notice while playing that I haven't noticed yet. I can climb this. Yeah, it looks great, H-san. Yeah, it's just wow. Just fucking wow. It's very lifelike. Or deathlike. I can get hints. At will. What's this? Anything cool? Something there. Ammo. Nice. You can equip one gun per holster. Additional guns are stored in your backpack. Select pistol. Okay. Hold square to open the backpack. What? Oh. Okay. That's kind of confusing. Can I do it without having to give my... If I hold square now? Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but whatever. Not sure it has to be that complicated. I'm not gonna just fucking do that at a pause menu or something. So I have a revolver now. I don't know. I mean, you'd think a revolver might be... Part of your gun out, Dina. Oh, because I swung my hammer. Put that shit away, girl. There's zombies up ahead. Do you smell something? So I want to do this. Hold this button down. Come back to this gun. This gun probably has faster rate of fire or something. Uh-oh.
Hear that?
I hear it. Infected.
We're in the building,
This is
huh?
gonna suck, isn't it?
At least we're ready for him.
Are we, though? Who's ready for him? Me? You? The hell? What do I interact with this for? Okay. That's a big-ass window there. So there's a clicker. There's probably a lot more than just a clicker here, though. All I can smell right now is a clicker. Don't dead, open inside. I hear more, though. They're just kind of far away. I don't know if I can jump over... You probably can't jump over, like, these pews. What is this, like a church? Or a courthouse or something? Looks like it might be a courthouse. Oh, there's an enemy up there. Okay. I can see them, but I can't smell them. They're too far away. If you don't want to go through a door, some of them can be backed out of, so you don't move on before you wanna. Okay, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. If you don't want to go through a door, some of them can be backed out of, so you don't move on before you want. These clickers are the most annoying. So if I walk around in this mode in my... I think I hear her extra loud in that mode, huh? Raise the volume of her footsteps. That whole triangle holding thing, I can just let go and not have to advance, huh? Yeah, I think when I'm zoomed in, it looks like I hear things more acutely. Fuck these clickers, man. Why are you always clicking, dog? I hate how they kind of like just roar at random. It makes me feel like they see me. I'm not sure that's probably by design. But it's kind of an annoying design. They just want to hug AJ. Dude, fuck them. I want to kill a clicker so bad, but I have to be closer. I'm not totally sure how their eyesight works yet. Like, I probably could just get much closer, right? They probably can't see me at all. I have a theory that they can only see you if you're, like, right in front of their face. Right? Yeah, see, they couldn't see me. Any other zombie with eyeballs could have seen me right then. But these clickers, they don't have eyes. But I think if you're right in front of them, they can just kind of, like, they smell you or whatever. The echolocation. They can sense in front. Yeah, I think you have to be really close, though. Could be wrong. Basically, you can't just sneak up in front of them and stab them. It could still be kind of behind them or to the side or whatever. Now, there is a zombie over there that might see me if I'm not careful. Someone's gonna see me through here if I'm not careful. Oh man, that's not great. She really pounced her. I wanted her not to, like, you know, pounce her so hard into the hallway. Hey, she dropped some loot. That's what I like. Who can I smell around here? Someone's over there. Got more clickers over there. Oof. They act like bats. Is that so, AJ? Like, kind of like bats? The backlash influenced you hard, huh? Yeah, fucking Hassan, I fucking went flying through that fucking hallway, dude. I was like, Jesus! Everybody's in this fucking hallway. And thankfully there wasn't. I mean, there was, but they weren't close enough to see me. So there's somebody, but it seems to be by himself, which is great. I saw another clicker down there, though. I gotta be careful. Also, if one zombie sees it, they go, "Marr! I saw somebody, marr!" And all the other zombies come running. So I definitely can't alert even one, no matter how far apart they are. Marr! I found someone over here, guys. Let's all jump on them together. I don't like this bitch. She's kind of patrolling back and forth. No, she's gonna go that way too, huh? Relax, Dina. Dude, I don't like this shit. So that door is wide open, which is not great. But as long as I'm not near a clicker, I can walk kind of fast. These guys have eyesight, kind of. But they can't hear as well as a clicker can. Jesus. Look at her fucking face. Yo, Ellie's going the fuck in. Jeez. But killing zombies is rough, guys. For sure it's rough. I mean, there's for sure a clicker around here. I saw one from a distance. I think it might be him right there. Shoot the legs. I can't shoot, Hassan. I'm not sure if shooting the legs actually does anything in this game, for one thing. But for two, if I shoot, they're going to all jump on me. They're going to hear that shit. Is that a clicker? That is a clicker, but I can do this then. So there's a seeing zombie right there. We have seeing zombies and clickers together. That's the worst. When they're a family unit. But that's one of those standing still kind of zombies. They're not terrible. But it's kind of hard for me to tell in the dark which way she's facing. Maybe it's just straight down. Maybe they can't see, huh? Maybe they're just there for if other zombies get pissed off. You know what I mean? Dina, if you don't get the fuck out of my way, girl. I hate that I can't walk past Dina. That's one of my pet peeves in any game, right? Where the NPCs that are your partners, like, they can't be walked past. Like, actually, like, she's in my way. It's really annoying. Forget the knees, huh? It does, says Hassan, if I get the knees. Yeah, I've tried shooting some zombies earlier, and I feel like they didn't really slow down, but it could just be that my aim is fucking terrible. So I think this might be the last zombie left in this immediate area. And she's one of those zombies that stand still, which makes them pretty easy pickings. They're mostly there just to kind of jump on you later. If the other enemies hear you. This game looks mighty good, graphically speaking. Okay, we gonna get it all clear here from Dina? No, there's still at least one enemy left. Is this enemy a clicker or a regular? I think it's just a regular zombie, right? Are you by yourself? Seems that way. Then let's get it. Get that paper. Pro gamers, Hassan. Pro gamers. So let's probably get the go ahead here from Dina to stand up straight, right? That'll do it. It's all of them. No? Okay. So maybe it's not all of them. Maybe this area goes on further and there's more through the door or something. No, she's standing up straight. Okay, there we go.
I think so.
Go team.
It's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Give it a little go ahead there to
I wonder
explore.
what it was like to serve on a jury.
Swiggity swooty, Ellie coming for your booty. Dude, I fucking love when she stabbed him. Tyler, your face is like,
Try to tell if somebody's lying.
so scary.
Just give me 5 minutes of my knife. I'd tell you if they were lying or not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm so mean. Just looking around. This game has a thing I've noticed already where some of these prompts for getting items, they will not appear unless you're quite close, which I think is kind of a mixed bag, right? Like, on the one hand, I like to explore in games, so it's kind of makes sense to me that you have to like look a little bit closer to find items. And the environments are really lush in this game. So it's kind of like a reward for exploring. That's cool. But also, it's kind of slow-paced. You have to look at every single wall mad close like that. So I don't know. I think overall I'm here for it, especially because in the first game I had so much extra resources because it was so easy that if I miss a few, it's not the end of the world. So I think that I'm actually, I think I'm all for this idea of let's make the player look a little bit closer at the walls to find stuff. Okay, so my controller's still alive. I'm still alive. We're finding some treasure here. Looking around for where to go next. I'm saying, Hassan, damn girl. Your facial expression gets fucking wild. You'll fight for resources on hards with Tyler. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, if I actually had to learn how to use like my bombs. In the first game they were like, here's some bombs, here's some mines, here's some Molotovs, here's some of this, some of that. I'm like, can I just sneak up behind them and stab them? They're like, yeah, if you're boring. I was like, I'm boring, dog. Kept trying to save my resources from when the game gets hard. And then I never got hard. So I just ended the whole game with, max resources, max items, max everything. But I've heard, now that you mention it, Tyler, I've heard before when this game came out in reviews, it's a lot harder than the first game. Maybe I should have put it on normal mode first, because I'm not really a shooting game player. Survival is real in The Last of Us, this is on. Yeah, it could be that this game is, more balanced in that respect, to be a little bit more demanding. And like I said, I'm not a shooting game player at all. I've got terrible aim, and I've got terrible sense of space in third-person combat situations. So I might have bit off more than I can chew on. I can also lower it as I play, though, if I really felt like this was the wrong mode for me. But so far, it's been pretty much just right. I enjoy the peril. If I play really slow, I apologize, guys. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm a novice to this game, and also I'm a novice to shooting games in general. I'm also a traditionally very nervous defensive player. I might play some parts of this game slower than you would, and if so, please bear with me. Also, I'm really obsessive about finding treasure. So if I'm stuck in an area forever, looking at the walls for treasure, I likewise apologize for that. Thank you, Hassan. Okay. So I bought this game on sale for 20 bucks. That's why I'm playing it right now. And, for depending on your needs, for 20 bucks, I think I'm already enjoying it enough to say, I don't regret buying it. I mean, just this thing on the wall here, just the level of detail in terms of, the environment in this chapter and, having the chance to look at all these cool different buildings they've constructed internally and externally, it's pretty fun. I think I've explored this place to my satisfaction, except for that door. Let's go see what's going on in here. Can I go even further in? Is there more zombies? Let's find out. Oh,
Hey,
blockaded.
little help?
coming.
They're actually gonna help me out, huh? Okay, hold it. All these noises
You
make me
ever
really
been to a
nervous.
courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble, but never landed in a courthouse.
So I've said this before on stream, guys. As a full-time streamer, I find it really annoying when characters banter, because that's time that I can't commentate. But what I will say, though, is that if I were not on stream right now, I think that's usually a great thing when characters banter like this. It is kind of cool to think that, you know, if I imagine myself playing this game in a life not my own, where I'm actually able to, you know, enjoy it in privacy, I think it'd really add a lot, right? I mean, a big open world to explore. I mean, I guess, again, it's not going to be massive, and it's also not going to be this whole game. But you're exploring, and, you know, the characters are talking while you're playing. That's a pretty good thing, right? That's pretty fun. I'm walking real slow, guys. I'm scared about these zombies. Hody, 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 ho. What do we have here? Some rags. So Hassan bought for 60 and has no regrets. I'm happy to hear that, Hassan. Or H-san. So Dina is still not crawling. I assume that means she doesn't smell any zombies. But it is pretty dark. I should tell you guys, a lot of you guys are new here. I'm literally afraid of the dark. I have a phobia of the dark. So whenever I'm playing in a video game that has a lot of darkness, I'm mad nervous. What's up, Naruto Uzumaki? Welcome aboard, dude. Nice to meet you. Today's our first day actually playing this game for realsies. What the hell is this? Oh, it's like a fucking bomb, I think. It's one of those explosives. Use a stun bomb to stun multiple enemies, then finish them off with strike attacks. Okay. So I'll probably make these later. Maybe I can learn a recipe from looking at this thing, huh? Hope you're doing well, Naruto. I'm doing well as well. A little bit warm today. Yeah, I got the recipe for looking at it. That's kind of fun. I'm a little bit warm. That's cool. I'm not, dude, I was fucking mad sick yesterday, guys. I was mad sick because I had the fucking COVID shot. I got the COVID shot on Monday, excuse me. And then on Tuesday, I felt really sick. Today, I feel great. If the game gives you the creeps, you're thinking right, says AJ, huh? I love it, AJ. Again, it makes me uncomfortable, but that's a good thing when a game can evoke emotion from you. Really, I have a pet peeve with a lot of games that that don't utilize darkness effectively. Like, if your game has darkness, it's oftentimes very gray and murky and not really like pitch black. You can usually see pretty well. But in this kind of game, it's like, I literally can't see with my flashlight, right? The darkness is deep. And that means that I can only see where I'm pointing the flashlight. That's cool to me. That's what you want in a game that has any kind of darkness. Like, whether it's nighttime, I just want me to shake it finally. Whether it's nighttime or whether it's just because, you know, a room is dark, make it dark, so I actually feel like I'm in the dark. Especially if your game has a flashlight.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Well, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get down there.
So we're trying to find gas to activate this generator. Fuck bland games, is this on, huh? That's the rush bomb. Just get them all in one spot, throw a stun bomb, and just stab them all. Naruto's playing The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, that's what I'm playing right now. Yeah, I played The Last of Us Part 1 literally 4 years ago. I was on stream. That was a long time ago. And I really hated it. It's one of my most hated long plays I've ever done on the stream. Mostly because it was so boring. And not just because I thought the gameplay was boring, and it was to me. The gameplay in that game was really boring to me. I felt like it was really shallow, really vapid, really like basic. But also because a lot of the time, like when you weren't playing the boring game, you were watching boring cutscenes. That was my problem with the first game. Benny, the WLF is winning. The city is going to fall any day now, and unless you quit Fedra, I can't keep you safe. Up until recently, I could almost understand why you stuck with them, but after the Thursday Market Massacre, I don't see how you can call us misguided killers with a straight face. Those people were just trying to get food for their families, and today they started banishing people for sedition. That's a death sentence. If you still have time, I will vouch for you. Meet me by Rustin Coffee at 2 a.m. on Friday alone. Please show up. I know it's scary, but it's the only way. Your friend Sandro. Sandro's fucking dead, dude.
Brought it on yourself, I guess.
Thought I heard something. I might have been Dina, I heard. Ugh. You have high standard for game storytelling, says Hassan. Well, it's not that... Yeah, you're right about that, Hassan, for sure. It's just that... I mentioned this earlier, Hassan, I think before you showed up. I love when games have story. But I think I need the game to be a game first. right? Be a game first, and if your game is good enough, then have a story. And then it's a very hard balance to strike to keep me entertained in terms of having me, playing the game and actually enjoying the gameplay of the game, but also trying to tell a story in the meantime. It's tough. It's difficult. I've played a lot of games I've loved the stories of, but I feel like The Last of Us Part 1, the gameplay was very simplistic. It was very, very simplistic. The stealth was as basic as it could possibly be. The shooting was as basic as it could possibly be. The crafting was, as basic as it could possibly be. And I felt like the story, didn't really make up for that. The story to me didn't really, it didn't really impress me. And so with all those elements kind of coming together in a way that was really slow-paced and, really linear and really sort of, for me, very dull, I really couldn't stand it. This game, I think, has already improved on that in some ways, right? I talked to my brother today, guys, about how this game, I'm more attached to Ellie than I ever was in the first game. I like Abby as well. I liked Joel. I like Joel's brother, Tommy. I like Dina. And I think it's because they have more time in the beginning of them hanging out and talking to each other and having banter and actually, we're seeing a side of them that's more endearing. And that's by design, right? Because the first game, it's from the beginning, it was really all about, oh, life is so hard. Oh, my. Life is so hard. These characters are really badass. They've had to survive. Life is tough for them. And so that's why they're pricks, right? And then over time in the first game, they kind of loosened up a little bit and became more friendly. This game is the opposite. It starts off very training manuals on new upgrade branches. Let's read it. A survival guide for the silent majority. Okay. So I have a new upgrade branch for crafting. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying that this game starts off in more peace times and becomes, I guess, darker as it goes. That being said, I think it gave the characters a better shot at endearing me to them early on. It starts off comfy, Tyler, exactly. I think that although, there is a place for stories that start off darker, I'm not saying that is like the problem with The Last of Us 1. I don't really mind that. But what I am saying is that right off the bat, I think that I like the characters more in this game from the beginning because we see them, at their best. And that means that once they get a little bit darker, maybe I'll be more sympathetic toward them than I was in the last game. But yeah, I kind of was thinking today, Tyler, that this game, in terms of the writing, I actually like it more so far than the first game. Even if the pace still is not right for me because it is so much walking and talking and not that much playing of the game. Swap. Oh, it's a weapon. I have a hammer. It's probably the same thing. Those one has more uses though. I wonder if that's the same.
This might come in handy.
Maybe the uses are going to be the same damage no matter what. Here's a note too. Memorandum for Fedra Central Command.
This guy was a Fedra commander or something. They were losing to the WLF and trying to escape.
Where is
You
Dina?
don't need a lot if you're that vicious.
Okay, here we go.
Be careful.
Memorandum for Fedra Central Command.
Jesse.
Subject, Seattle QZ Compromise. Captain Paul Douglas is whoever who's writing to. Despite our best efforts, the Seattle quarantine zone will fall to the terrorist group called themselves the Washington Liberation Front. We underestimated their capabilities and lost key sites around the city. We have executed our contingency plans and are prepping to escort key personnel out of the QZ 24 hours from now. I intend to stay until the last officer has escaped. Let the record show I provided for the city and its citizens as best as I could. They are now freed of us and are at the mercy of the WLF. Let's see how they feed and shelter a community of thousands. Let them deal with dissent among their own ranks. Let them deal with these religious fanatics. Inevitably, someone else will come along and hold them accountable for all their perceived wrongs. I almost wish I could be there to see it. So he's kind of bitter, right? He's saying that the Fedra, I guess they were previously, the guys that ran this place, and their people hated them, right? They felt like their rule was unjust. And he's writing this note saying, fine, all right, you're free now. Hope you guys like these WLF guys more than you like me. Because the fact of the matter is that, we tried our best to keep you guys all safe and happy. But anybody who's in charge in a world like this is going to have to, put their foot down and otherwise do things that are perceived unfair. And hopefully you guys 860-722. Hopefully you guys find it more agreeable to basically, serve these guys than yet serving us. They've been liberated. He's quite bitter. He's kind of bitter that, his own people who he worked so hard to take care of,
Whole to-do list.
they're probably welcoming these liberators, the WLF, right? he's like, fine, welcome these guys then. Fuck us, right? All we've done is try to help you guys out. Let's see how you guys like the WLF being in charge. But they're going to be just as bad or worse than we are. But yeah, we don't really know. We haven't heard both sides of the story yet, exactly, Tyler, right? WLF, I'm not sure if they're, I mean, I'm sure they all have their pros and cons. I saw a code, AJ. I love those codes, dog. Known agitators of the WLF. The following people are our top priority targets for any anti-terrorist operations. Emma Patterson, I wonder if they're by the crossed off, we would have caught these ones. Marcus Wilson, Louis Sanchez. Isaac Dixon, murder of federal officer, acts of terrorism, acts of sedition. Hugo Gonzalez. With the Pattersons and Sanchez gone, Dixon has moved in to fill the void. He's now our top priority target. Flip it. Reminder, all items confiscated from suspects should be placed in the office lockup. 860722. So terrorist items. Maybe find some weapons, huh? Oh, I found some goodies in there too, huh? Give me that. Give me that, please. That's what these posters are all about. These guys are like WLF guys. What the hell's that on the floor there? It's like a computer fan. Weird. Maybe is that the side of the computer that fell off? Let's have a peek. Oh, kind of cool. Look at that. They've rendered the interior of the goddamn PC because the fucking side fell off. That is so sick. I've never seen that before in any video game. That's so sick. Oh my god. Okay. Just because they can, Tyler, exactly. And the budget was too high. The budget was too high. But I'm here for that. What are certificates here? Can I read some of these? That'd be nice. Business Informatics. Brian Scott. I hate that sound effect with the goddamn hint. I don't mind that there's a hint button. That way, if I get lost, I could use that to find my way out. Or let's say I'm a more casual gamer that's not so obsessed with exploring as I am. But they are quite aggressive with it. You know, I can probably turn that off, to be honest. Can I turn that off? Sure I can. Let's do it. I'll turn it back on if I need it. This game has a lot of options, like more than I've ever seen any game have. It's probably there, right? For sure it has to be. Difficulty, controls, HUD, subtitles, display, accessibility. Let's try difficulty first. Challenge, hard. I can even change different settings for every... Oh, wow, look how cool that is. Okay, I'm not going to read all these at the moment. Controls, HUD. Reticles, weapon cross, damage indicators, awareness indicators, hit markers. Arc throw path is on. Good, good. Health and weapon. All right, health bars. Notifications. Yes. Hints. Enables gameplay hints that appear when you're lost in an area for some time. Sometimes off. Frequent, sometimes they're off. Put them on off. Yay! Isn't that great, guys? I'm kind of on the fence about when games offer too many options. I know I'm so hard to impress, right? I'm so hard to please. But just because I think that it's important for a game designer to express their will. All right? I think that when you give the player too much responsibility in crafting their own experience, it's sort of their way of saying sometimes, hey, we don't got to balance the game at all because you can do it yourself. That's kind of a drag. But I do think that it is kind of nice when you're complaining about a fucking game. You're like, man, fuck this mechanic. And the game's like, dude, just go to the option and turn it off. Oh, okay. I can enjoy it more. Yeah, no HUD playthrough is good too, says Tyler, huh? I thought that'd be really hard to like know how much ammo you have and stuff. You have to really keep track in your head or what? Or just reload constantly, I suppose, huh? Kind of like in real life, though. It's kind of more immersive, perhaps, in that respect. I wish there was a zoom in button. Right, I'm kind of like aiming at things. 860772, right? .8607. Rifle zooms farther, yeah. That's still, you know what I mean? I wish there was like a 860772. I wish that I could just... Very subtle difference in sound. Oh, it didn't work.
Okay, double check. Goes
860772, right? Or maybe not. 860722. Oh, I'm totally off. L3 or R3 to zoom, I think. Let's try. No, L3 is the hint button. No, there's no zoom. I can do L2 to pull my gun out. And then if I had, let's say like, I don't know, if I had like a sniper rifle, maybe R3 would zoom in more. But yeah, I like it when games like have a first-person mode I can just use to explore. I really love exploring like environments in games, looking at textures and getting my nose all up in all these polygons. And when games don't have that, it's kind of frustrating. 860. 860722. There we go. Whew. What we got in here? Got some of these, some pills, some of these. I got a lot of supplements, man. Holy shit. Also, I unlocked a new skill tree. That's cool. Should we look at that finally? Sure. Pills. So I got 122 of these supplements, okay? I got a new skill tree unlocked. How do I do this? Here we go. Craft melee upgrades. Craft an upgrade for your melee weapon, restoring it to full durability and greatly increases its damage. Really? Requires a binding, a blade, and a melee weapon. Actually, these in order, unfortunately. Faster crafting, craft smoke bombs, craft improved health kits. Oh, that's what I need. I'm really ass. I'm super ass. I need better health kits. Craft more smoke bombs. Okay, what's this one? Needs a manual. Locked upgrade branch. Listen mode movement speed increased. I don't think I really need that necessarily right away. Increase the speed of using healing kit. That's also important for me in my shitty increase maximum health. I need that too. So I can basically unlock all the way up to my increased health. Endure. That's apparently the peak of this skill tree. Craft melee upgrade. They're probably never going to use that, to be honest. Same with this. Same with that. But I do need the improved health kits. So 20, 60, 90, 130. I'm close to having the improved health kits. I think I'd rather have that than more health. Let's save up a little bit more pills. Let's just upgrade. Well, that's not actually not upgrade. I might find another manual for all I know, and before I really feel like getting that other one. So I've explored this from now to completion. Let's keep it schmoving. Okay, so I think I need to go downstairs, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was that room I broke into. Okay. So I have to go down to the parking garage. Hey, Dina. You guys remember when Ico came out on PS2? Are you guys old like me? And back then, Yorda was a pretty novel mechanic. She was a character, of course, but also a mechanic. In that, when you would explore the environment, Yorda would actually also explore it. And she would kind of, you know, lead you to things. She might find something you were interested in. She might find some treasure. She might be like, hey, look over here. Or she might just fucking wander around. At the time, that was really noteworthy, and that was like a big deal in that game. In this game, it's similar. We have Dina instead of Yorda, but it's been like it's been done now. It's kind of like a mechanic we're seeing in more games, which is great. That actually makes sense to me. I think that's still impressive to this day, though. I kind of like the way Dina sort of wanders around. Oh, I did mention earlier, guys. I really find it annoying that Dina, when you're like sneaking, she'll be like up against the corner of a desk, and you can't get past her. I know that it's sort of like not really immersive for NPCs to have no like weight, but I think it's important for gameplay, though. I've played a lot of games in my life that had NPCs with 0 weight, so you can just kind of like shove them around at will. Oh no, I don't like this at all.
Shit!
Dina, what did you do? Oh my god. Button, go, 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 go. Oh, the machete is so good right now. Oh, there's more coming, including a clicker. It's so dark. I think they know where I am automatically. Maybe because of the water, huh? I don't know.
Watch out!
Oh, they saw me. Oh no, get off me, dog! My health is still looking pretty decent. Thanks, Tina. Jesus! I heard a clicker, though. I could have... Oh, stunned. I could have stabbed it there because it was stunned. Okay. Could have been worse.
Jesus.
What's up, iFix? Looking forward, guys.
I need to
Spooky.
solve 'em.
Those Fedra guys never even made it out of the garage.
How'd your stream go, Hayato?
Well, let's find
Young
that
Chris?
gas.
How was the Choya? Whew. Get some stuff. That could have been way worse. And the machete really saved my ass there. Now, I could buy that skill that let me fix my machete, right? But, if I still have it, that is. I don't. I lost my machete already. In any case, if I had a binding blade, I don't actually have that either. Was it sexy to decide to hear that, man? Keep it sexy. Keep it sexy. It's go time. I hear you had fun, man. Shout out to fucking VF. So it's dark and water. I think the water is why you can't hide from enemies, right? They could sniff you out. Also, I think I had my flashlight on, too, come to think of it. I wonder if you can hide from enemies in situations like this, where it's like they spawn a bunch and they kind of rush you down. I wonder if you could have hid if, let's say, it wasn't watery and I didn't have my flashlight on. Maybe I could have. You have to imagine, probably not. It's just like a game design contrivance. You know, this is the part of the game where you have to get rushed down, but maybe I could have. That would have been kind of immersive. If I stood perfectly still and had my flashlight off, maybe I could have actually hit from him. I feel like I kind of lost track of me for a second there. So it says I'm full on a brick. Oh, I have this bottle, okay. I think it's a forced fight. I think you're right, Tyler. And again, from a game... I mean, I've been playing games my whole life, right? So I can imagine that, you know, it's just a mode the game goes into. Now you're in fighting mode. But, you know, they do sort of just justify it, right? Because of the water, they can hear me move. And also, maybe I'm mistaken, right, Tyler? But I think that when I was crouched, the music kind of died down. I think they didn't see me for a minute. And then Dinah goes, watch out! When they finally saw me, right? I think it could because my flashlight was on. What's up, KG? Maybe I could have hid from them if I had just stood still and turned my flashlight off. Maybe they saw my flashlight. Okay, so my controller did finally die here. Man. Okay, let me plug this in, guys. Whew. It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair. Okay, let's plug this controller in here.
Got nothing on this guy.
Oh, that would have been way harder without the machete. The machete made life so easy.
This is Kachik's evolved form.
Oh, I deserve that.
Headbutt. Oh no.
Ah, fuck, I should use my medium punch. Medium kick.
What?
I think that should do. Oh, should use my medium kick. Fuck.
What the fuck? Did you see that?
Maybe this cord is not cutting the mustard. Okay, so let's see if it's charging. It says my battery is pretty much dead. Battery level is low. But is it charging now? Let's see here. Power. The melee upgrade also repairs weapon. Yeah, I noticed that, Tyler. Yeah, I need resources, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find those a lot or if they're going to be pretty rare. I have to assume the latter. I want devices. Is there a devices menu? Here it is. Sound and devices. Yeah, it is charging. Okay, so I'm plugged in. That's great. Oof. Yeah, not like a broken record here, guys, but I do want to note I'm having so much more fun right now than I would be if it was just all cutscenes. The skizzers are rares. Oh, it's in the bottom of the screen today, thank you. A little notification if it's charging or not. Sure is wet in here. I'm not saying this, this is anything like special gameplay-wise. It's still sort of simplistic. But I would much rather play a simplistic game than not play a simplistic game, which is sort of my problem with this franchise, right? So much of it is just talking and talking and talking. And then when you do finally play, in my opinion, it's not that great. But right now, I'm having fun because I'm fucking playing it, man.
Here's our gas. Oh, come on. Empty.
Seriously? That giant tank?
So far, I've yet to see anything boost this above average. Like 1,000 other games has a good vibe. Well, how about the graphics? I'd say it's above average graphics.
Now,
How about the
how do we
characters?
get out of here?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this game has like a story that's as good as some people say it is. This franchise, I should say. But I will say that, you know, Ellie and Dina and Abby, they're characters that I, you know, they have personalities and I kind of understand their motivations. That's more than most games. You can plus I was hurting for scissors, says Tyler, huh? Yeah, I need some skizzers. So we found the gas, but there was no gas. So now we gotta find some more gas. So I kind of explored the place, you know, for nothing. Except that I did find a manual, and, you know, I still have to explore. So it was kind of its own reward, too. I found a place, fought some bad guys, that's always a pleasure. Can I leave through this, I must be able to leave through this, this parking garage doors.
Up over here.
Scripted empty gas tank, first try. I think you're right, AJ, right? That's kind of what I figured. I probably have to explore both places, right? Or, you know, multiple places. That's kind of a cool idea, too. I like when games kind of do that sort of a thing. It's kind of an organic way to make the game less linear. Yeah, I think you're right, AJ. That's kind of cool, right? That's sort of a thing that I think is kind of an underutilized game design tool. When they say, hey, this is scripted to be empty the first time around, no matter which one you go to. Because I kind of feel like so many linear games, they could have very easily been made non-linear by just letting me choose where I go first, and then, you know, have me, the piece of whatever I find there, be dependent on the order I do them in. That way I still have the experience of exploring on my own and being self-motivated and going where I want to go, going where I find interesting. Right? Here we go. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of a clever idea for a non-linear game.
Job,
That way
babe.
progression is still linear. Also, how about this, guys? How about this romance between
Cross
Dina
the
and Ellie?
courthouse off the list.
Let's go find the dome.
I'm glad they're not flirting the whole
Might be
time.
worth
It'd be kind of
grabbing some
awkward if they were.
supplies before we press on.
But at the same time, I also think it's good that we have a love interest in a game, finally, that's actually, like, a partner to the main character who's competent. Right? Like, she actually is a part of my adventure in a meaningful way. She helps me out in combat in a meaningful way. She has, you know, banter throughout the course of, you know, I'm sure most of the game. And that's so much more than we get for so many love interests in gaming. What's up, Blondie for life? Welcome aboard. Hey, what's up? Welcome aboard, Water Weasel. Hopefully tonight's been an amazing, dog. So where did I end up? I came from, I think, up there. Kind of wish that door was still open. You know what I mean? On some Dark Souls type shit. Even though I'm never going to go there again. Just from the basic, like, as a reward sort of a standpoint. I kind of like it when I open a door from the other side and now the door's open forever. Just so I feel like I accomplished something more than I might have even accomplished in real life. She's writing shit down. There's be something here, huh? So I can probably smash this window. You don't have to, though. I don't think I'm going to have to. Yeah, it's cute, Tyler. But it's even more than cute, right? It's like, it's kind of profound. Because so many games have struggled to tell a good love story. Which I think is kind of ridiculous. You think it'd be easier in a game than in a movie. Because in a game, you have many more hours to explore the relationship. So it's kind of cool that Dina and Ellie are actually a duo in this game. I kind of, you know, believe in their relationship a lot more in that respect.
Recognize anyone?
No. They're too old. The group that came to Jackson would have been kids.
I'm breaking it, AJ. I recommend to look into that place. I want to look inside Albert for real. Flap. No one's coming. What's up, El Bedry? Some ammunition here. We got. Hey, Davis. Check our old WLF safe houses for supplies. Probably a long shot, but every little bit helps. Grab what you can and meet us back at the Saravina. Don't worry about the gas. We'll take care of it. There's gas? Oh, man. One more, J-Bomb. Does this game do the zombies don't growl until they're alert thing? I'm not sure what you mean by that, J-Bomb. Is that a thing in other games? They don't growl until they spawn in, which is kind of annoying. I think this game and the last game, too, has a really weird mechanic, J-Bomb, where, like, you have to trigger the spawn for enemies, which is not unusual in video games, but they sure are fucking conservative about it. Like, you have to be mad close to spawn them sometimes. So you'll think the area is clear, then you take a step, and then you'll suddenly hear like a bunch of growls. Like, oh, everybody spawned in us now. It would be nice if they were just always in the environment so I could hear them from further away. But no, they do growl, and part of the gameplay in this game, J-Bomb, is like knowing where enemies are based on the sounds they make. To answer your question, no. They make sounds before they're alerted. It's very important, so you know where they are. But I do wish they made sounds earlier. Like, I wish they just made sounds all the time whenever they're around anywhere. That way I can know when I'm approaching zombies, rather than to literally enter into an encounter.
All about coffee.
Kidding me? He'd trade half his stuff for a bag of beans.
I never got it. Tastes like burnt shit.
Thank you.
Hey, trading cards. Ooh, boy. Oh, trading cards, yes. What's that in there? Food? Want that food. Oh, it's alcohol. Okay. Coffee black. You like big coffee fan, Tyler? I'm not really into coffee myself. Collect them all for the sweet reward of having them all. Exactly, J-Bomb. I was thinking that today in the shower, J-Bomb. I was like, The Last of Us Part 2 has more collectibles in the first game. And as someone that likes exploring games, I appreciate that. But also, why trading cards? They don't really... I mean, we understand that Abby's like a nerd. And that kind of sells that point a little bit. But would it make more sense if it was actually like related in some way to like the apocalypse or otherwise like a survival something or other? I don't know. What else could it possibly be? So you think anything, right? Anything except for trading cards. So I'm kind of low on health. I'm going to eat these snacks. Yeah, you don't get to keep them. But they do heal you. What do I usually play? El Bedri? On this channel, quite a variety of stuff, man. We're a variety stream. I mean, fighting games, of course, like Street Fighter and other stuff. But also, you know, adventure games, Dark Souls type stuff. On Friday, guys, it's $4 game night. On Friday this week, we're going to be doing a stream where we play cheap games you guys recommend on Discord. We go through and choose some cheap games at random, buy them for $4 or less, and then kind of review them in one sitting, like a first-person kind of a stream. Probably play 2 or 3 games. Yeah, I love stealth games, El Bedri, like Metal Gear Solid and Hitman, that sort of thing. Also, growing up, I love JRPGs, but my friend J-Bomb knows that lately, as I've gotten older, I find them a little harder to sit through because there's a big emphasis on like cutscenes, and I'm more gameplay focused now than I was when I was a kid. I don't play a lot of shooting games though, Bedri. So this game's third-person shooting mechanics are kind of new to me. My name is Mayo, huh? Isn't that like a dating sim, or am I wrong about that? Yeah, good vibe. I haven't played those games yet, but I hear they're pretty good. Cold Brew loves it. I like those cold coffees. I could see like pieces of memorabilia would be cool. Well, I guess that's kind of what these cards are, right? I mean, they're highly detailed cards at least. Every card has like all kinds of cool text on them and stuff. But I can't help but feel like it's a little bit like, why? Why cards? Only 99 cents is El Bedri. I'll put it on our fucking Discord then, El Bedri. Put it in the $4 game night channel. Haven't played them either, so it's a good vibe. But could be a long play for you. I think they will be for sure a good vibe one day. We played a long play of Hitman Blood Money. That was fun. These new ones look awesome, but I haven't played them yet. I think most of them are game devs. Oh, you think so, Tyler? The cards are kind of like spin-off of the different game devs? Eee. That's kind of cute. I just like collecting stuff. You guys know that about me. Like, literally, it could be anything, man. It could be anything. It could be like, oh, I found a penny from '69. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. It's a collectible. Put it in my collectibles folder.
Heads up!
This is not a clicker. I can just dodge it. I don't understand how to tell. I think I'm supposed to confirm, like hit confirm on some Street Fighter shit. Like, basically, there are times where I'll dodge a swing, I'll dodge an attack, and then I will counter-strike, and then they'll hit me again immediately. I think I'm supposed to watch them more closely.
I don't know, but I hate that shit.
I like the sound effect of her putting her knife away. I'll see you then, Bedri. I put Blood Money on some nights when I go to sleep, so it's a good vibe. Good vibe. It's one of our most popular long plays, man. People seem to really enjoy that long play. I wonder what it is about Blood Money that makes it like more enjoyable. I guess because it's like a higher peril kind of a game than we would normally play here. Too bad you can't collect a better game, says J-Bomb. Damn. J-Bomb, dude.
Oh, shit.
What shit? Shit? I think that was a glitch. I think she was supposed to say shit when that zombie spawned, but I think it wasn't supposed to spawn until I was through the door. So I basically opened the door, saw the zombie, and I walked back, killed it out here. Then I go into the room and she goes, shit! Yeah, it's like a glitch, AJ. I like the Legends playthrough. The Legends? Legends. Mega Man Legends? Oh, KG, that shit was fucking sick. The Mega Man Legends, KG. Dude, I consider, honestly, KG, so before I was a streamer, KG, I would play those games like once every 5 years. Just play them through again. And I've been thinking about it, KG. Like, what if we just played Mega Man Legends again? Who would fucking say shit? A lot of the new friends here, KG, you know, they haven't been on the channel that long. They didn't see our Mega Man Legends playthrough. I think even J-Bomb wasn't there back then, was he? Pretty sure he wasn't. We could probably get away with doing it again if we wanted to. I'm full? Oh, no. The Last of Us Part 1. The flashbacks. Oh, the Barcos key! Oh, video game design 101. Oh, my God. That's so sick.
It says Barcos on it. I think it's for that pet store we were at earlier.
Pretty cool. She has dialogue
Might
for
be
when I
worth
was
checking
there.
out.
Gotta get that Patreon archive vids of it, says KG, huh? And they're already all available on YouTube publicly, the Mega Man Legends ones. KG, I don't want to alarm you, dog, but this is a video game. And I found that Barco's place earlier, tried to open the door, and it was locked. And I thought to myself, I hope I find a key for that one day. And now in a random spot, in a totally random spot that makes no fucking sense, I found the key to the Barcos. And now I can go back there and explore that place, dude. It's game flow. It's game flow. I was here, I'm going there. I passed by there, it was locked, to go over here, find a key, go back there. Have you played Mega Man Zero series? Zero is a god, says Shiva Jones. I have not. I played Mega Man Zero 1, didn't beat it. It shit was hard. Never played any of the other ones. That's good stuff, KG. Honestly, I'm making fun of it, guys, because, you know, I think some of these cinematic games, they kind of lose touch with the most basic game design tropes. Like the most basic structure, I should say, of like what makes a video game. And so I must say I'm quite pleased to have found the key to a door I want to open. I gotta use some of these fucking rags, but I can only carry 3. This is my problem I had in the first game. The first game I literally had to constantly craft stuff I didn't even need just to have more room for shit. It was so fucking annoying. Oh, these are the same materials? Oh, shit. I have to choose between getting Molotovs and health kits? Well, there you go. Yeah, that's so dope, right? No. I want my regular bottle. It's so dope. Finding a key to a door you want to open up. So let's go be careful on our way back. They tend to spawn enemies behind you sometimes. Oh, I closed the door. What a dumbass. Alright. Guys, we gotta have a talk. Come on, Dina. Can I close the door on her? We have a talk about video game doors. You guys ever noticed that in video games, pretty much all doors open in both directions? Isn't that funny? How in real life, doors almost always only open one way. But video games, they almost always open both ways. Like how does a hinge work? How does a hinge work on a video game door, dog? That shit's breaking my immersion, dog. That's what I'm saying, Tyler. Jesus, jeez. What are you doing, girl? I've had enough, Dina. I'm gonna blow it all up. Chiba, relax. Yay! Let's go back to
Cleared this
Barcos.
place out.
Sad but true, Bodo Weasel. Sad but true. That shit is breaking my immersion. The suspense of disbelief, she knows exactly. That shit's breaking my immersion. This door couldn't work that way, dog. Where's the hinge? Good night, El Bedri. I'll be joining Discord server, says Bedri, huh? Yeah, take care, man. Nice to meet you. Sleep well. It's the best with the bombs, like, really put that shit away. Put that shit away. Yeah, I'm really hoping as this game goes on, I find it to be more difficult than the last game. Because it would be kind of nice to actually be considerate of, like, you know, strategy when fighting the zombies and make them all go over here, then blow them up with a bomb, and, you know, that could be fun. As it stands right now, though, I have no clue how to use these bombs. so I'm probably not going to use them if I don't absolutely have to. Okay. Look at this environment, man. It's so dope. It's so dope. This would be a lot of fun on PS5 at 60 frames. Let me get a sip here, guys. Even good games, better games than this, struggle with that concept of walk past a door, oh, it's locked. Then find a key to that door, oh my god. What's this? Rush bombs are fun, run and throw at face, rush in and profit, huh? Yeah, that stun grenade we found. It says I can basically get free one-hit kills on enemies right when they're stunned. Wow, I'm getting kind of sidetracked though. Okay, so that door don't want to open. It's locked. Doesn't say key needed. Some of the locked doors can be opened from the other side though. So far, I'm not sure if it's going to be indicative of this whole chapter, this open world chapter. And even when I say that out loud, it makes me salty already that I've read in reviews that this game is not actually like this. It's only from one chapter. But I'm having so much fun right now. But so far, this has been a really dense environment. That's another thing that a lot of open world games don't really do that well. Oftentimes, the environments will be really sparse. They'll be large, but not a lot to find. I wonder if there's fall damage. You would think there would be. You'd think, but probably not, right? Probably just invisible wall me out of jumps that are too high. I'm mad lost, though. I'm going to not lie to you guys. I am mad lost. Is this... No, this is not the car garage, is it? Horses just following me around. There is fall damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, this game I kind of figured they just fucking blocked me out of the fall. This game is so happy-go-lucky with the invisible walls all the time. Kind of figured they would stop you from falling from too high. I want to get back to where I was. Just because... Oh, there's the Barcos. Okay. But before I go check out Barcos, let's go check out this fucking fire truck. I got the ADHD, guys. Got inside this fucking mailbox. ADHD. It's rare, says Tyler. It's rare that you're going to be able to actually fall. So I might not be able to jump across here. I might find another way across. Oh, I can probably... Maybe she doesn't want to walk on this thing, huh? Yeah. What if I climbed that truck and jumped over to there? Oh, my God. But the Barcos... The ADHD... Ugh. This is what I love about games that are like non-linear and exploration-centric.
Went down here.
Looks like an ambush. Check out the bullet holes on the side of this truck.
Probably our WLF friends.
I like that feeling in a game where I want to go 10 places at once.
Jobs and then boom.
Part of the job, I guess.
Part of why I play games that I have a feeling I'm not going to like, guys, is as a way to learn what I'm more into. Like, it's an exercise in, exploring game design. Like, what does it take to kind of pull me in as a gamer? And one thing I've noticed lately about linear games, and I've been meditating about this, right? Like the walk and talk parts in this game. So I've been thinking a lot in the past 2 days about that scene in this game where this chapter first begins, and it's Dina and Ellie riding through a forest, immediately following an Abby chapter. We played as Abby for a while, fades to black. We're playing as Ellie again, and we're walking through a forest on a horse. In that moment, I said to myself, wow, this is really fucking boring. And I'm thinking to myself, lately, why? Why is that so boring? And I realized why it is. It's because I didn't have a strong impression of why I was walking through that forest. I was literally just following down a linear hallway because there was nothing else I could possibly do but go down this hallway. Right? And that's a drag, I think. Right? Like, and you have literally zero motivation.
Easy jump, don't worry.
Aside from the fact that there's nowhere else to go. That's a drag. And it struck me that if you had to fix that problem for me, what it would take would be, to make me appreciate, not that that's where Abby is, not that that's where I need to get revenge, there's a guy over there I gotta kill, but motivate me in some kind of gameplay way. Like, I have to know that there's pills over there, treasure, the dungeon I want to go to next, something, right? But I have to know. And even insofar as like the narrative was concerned, like the whole WLF thing, even that wasn't totally clarified. And so it's like, I felt like I was going to this forest and had no reason to do this, and that was really obnoxious that way. On the other hand, guys, the exact opposite of that feeling is the feeling I have right now, which is when you're walking through an environment and I want to explore over there, I want to go over there, I want to do all this stuff because there is so much waiting for me in terms of dungeons to explore, treasure to find, monsters to kill, all that stuff I like. So it's like it's interesting to me that this is like the opposite, right, DJ Godzone? Like, I was stuck in a forest, and I didn't even know why I was there, and I'm walking down this trail, and they're talking, and I'm like, dude, what am I fucking doing? What is the point of any of this? Meanwhile, now I'm in a big open area, and this is like, I want to go to Barcos, DJ Godzone. I want to go to Barcos so bad. But on my way to Barcos, I'm like, let's go over there. Let's go over there. Because I'm interested. Right? I'm interested. Whereas I was not interested in fucking, the whole WLF avenging Joel. I don't care.
Here we go.
But I do want to find stuff. Like hatchets. How much do I know about the latter half of the game? I know the basic story, right? Basically, Tyler, no one has spoiled this game for me, except that I've watched all the reviews. When this game came out, I watched all the reviews of the game. So I know people's takes on, the plot twists, and, I've heard this is like, maybe I'm wrong about this. I think, no spoilers, please, guys, but I think this is the only non-linear part of the game, this chapter. Kind of similar to like Lost Legacy. Fall off an edge while holding a rope to rappel down. Sick. Can I drop it? I can. Yeah, from what I understand, I think that this is the only non-linear chapter in this game. There might be one more. That'd be nice if there was, to be honest. But I kind of doubt it. But, kind of like Uncharted Lost Legacy had an open world chapter. It was the best chapter in that game. By far. Hey, Venka, you're not a fan of brawlers, right? I wouldn't say that, J-Bomb. I'm not a huge fan of, like, beat-em-ups. Look at what? Look at L3.
There's the Saravina.
Oh.
Nope.
So that's where I'm supposed to go.
Gotta get that gas.
Gotta get that gas. Yeah, I like beat-em-ups okay. I'm not like a huge fan like some people are. You read Japanese reviews, says Shiva Jones? No. So I guess I didn't technically do all the reviews. I watched a lot of reviews of this game, though. Can you mess with that rope a bit? The physics on it look really cool. It is really cool, J-Bomb. I was talking to my brother about this, right? So when this game came out, J-Bomb, a lot of the reviews that I watched had one thing in common. And they were like, what's with the rope? Everyone loves the rope. They're like, it's a good thing. The rope is actually cool. But it's almost like it doesn't belong in this game. It's got nothing to do with zombies. Nothing to do with survival. Nothing to do with any of this game's, like core themes. But they use the rope, J-Bomb, as like a puzzle tool for like puzzle game aspects. And it's really fun. It's a really cool idea, and it works really well. I did my first rope puzzle on the last stream, J-Bomb. And I was like, oh, this is the rope people are talking about in the reviews. And it was cool. It's as cool as I heard it was. And part of that is because of the cool physics. Watch this, J-Bomb. Watch. See that? It hangs over things really semi-realistically. And apparently I can rappel down it and shit. Brother Nero got me playing Streets of Rage 4. Something satisfying about starting on the left, moving right, and throwing hands at any goon in your way. Yeah, my only thing with beat-em-ups is they're oftentimes quite simplistic. I don't really understand them. Probably if I understand them better, I could probably enjoy them more. Right? Because I do die a lot, so I'm doing something wrong, you would think. But I find them kind of like, I guess I could say that I find them too hard. Right? Because I don't really get it. I kind of mash my way through, and, when I'm getting hit, I feel like it's cheap. When I'm winning, I'm like, oh, it's too easy. I don't really understand, like, the strategy, I guess. Yeah, it's like the roll mechanic is pretty cool, J-Mom. It was the most gameplay-centric review. I liked the most, IGN Japan. Okay, they actually reviewed the game, not just the story. Yeah, man, a lot of the reviews were like, oh, Joel died. Oh my god. Oh, you gotta play as the guy that killed Joel. Oh, I don't want to play as Abby. I hate her guts. Oh. Can I not make this jump? You would think she could, but she's not Nathan Drake, though, you know what I mean? Let me try, though, out of curiosity. Here we go. Oh my god! I like Abby so far, Tyler. I like her personality. I like her design. I'm thinking about how I like her more than Ellie in some respects because I like how she has this mysterious motivation. Abby drinks the tears of Joel fans, huh? Pretty much. I kind of like her things she has with her fucking little ex-boyfriend. That was kind of cute. I think she's a cool character. I wouldn't mind playing as her more, to be honest. But yeah, I can understand people, you know, like literal children and man-children, right? That I don't want to play as Ellie. She killed Abby. She killed Joel. I love Joel. He's my daddy figure. Come on, guys. It's a fucking video game. Even before it's a video game, it's a narrative.
This thing's a relic.
Right? Yes.
Here we go.
They make you play as the girl that killed Joel. That's the idea. It's supposed to be interesting that way. Right? You're supposed to be sympathetic for the person that killed someone you like. That was the fucking point. Alright, she's Abby, okay? She has her own motivations. I presume, I got no spoilers, guys, but I presume that her parents were, you know, guys that worked for Firefly that Joel murdered when he saved Ellie. Right? I'm sure she has very believable motivations. Yes, she killed Joel in a very cruel way. And yes, that's exactly why you play as her now. That seems like such a bizarre reason not like this game. I really dislike hashtag gamers. They're bad for games as art, huh? Let's repel down like we're supposed to. She's strong as hell and has better character arc. We'll see. Gotta understand the villain's motives. Exactly, AJ, exactly. I think Abby's kind of a cool character. Yeah, I don't think she's really that much of a villain. You guys agree? I mean, it could be, you know, I'm still in the start of the game, guys. Keep in mind. It could be that she becomes more villainous as time goes on. But, I mean, she fucking killed Joel, but we know that Joel was an asshole that murdered a bunch of people in the last game. I think it's not rocket science to assume that Abby has a pretty good reason for wanting to kill Joel. She seems no more villainous than Ellie is.
Ellie? Yeah?
Do you know what you're doing?
I think so.
I can swing? Oh, this is from Uncharted Lost Legacy. Oh, that's so sick. I love that in that game. Oh, this is so much fun. So I want to swing somewhere. I can jump off too. Oh, on some Uncharted shit. That's kind of not like this game, to be honest. Like, why in this game would we have platforming? But okay. I'm here for it, honestly. I mean, it's something. This game has so little gameplay. Let's fucking do it. Ooh, platforming. All of a sudden.
Got it.
Platforming all of a sudden. Let's go. She's mad because Joel farted once in an elevator she was in. That's enough for her rage. I mean, it might be depending on what he had for fucking dinner that day. The problem is, if I don't like the character, I don't want to play as her. Dude, I play as characters all the time that I have no reason to like. Super Mario, what has he fucking ever done for me? Nothing. Right? Yeah, I'll play as any character, dog. I don't care if I like him or not. I have played so many games with so many characters by now, it seems like a really bizarre take to me that somebody would be like, I don't like this character, so I don't want to play as him. Who gives a fuck? It's Abby. She has a braid. She's Ellie with a braid, for all I care. Look at this fucking... Remember when... I guess I'm old as hell, guys. Remember when a car would turn over in a game and it was just flat underneath? Just a fucking big flat square with some low resolution texture underneath to represent the fucking mechanisms of the vehicle itself. In my opinion, she's less a villain than Ellie. Now, we're going to see, Tyler. We'll see. I don't want any spoilers, but yeah, I totally understand. From the reviews I've heard, I can see where you're coming from, perhaps. As time goes on, I'm sure I'll form my own opinion. I like them both about equally so far. Ellie's a villain to some eyes. Abby is a villain to some eyes, says AJ, huh? Uncharted the entire way through, says J-Bomb. That's what I'm saying, dog. Look, fucking platforming now, J-Bomb? I'm swinging and jumping on shit now. Ooh, this game's gonna get good. They took a character I do like and made her unlikable, so I can be more open to playing as a character I don't like, huh? This is the reason why I find myself not wanting to play these games at all. I'm gonna, as the game goes on, Shiva Jones, I might find myself agreeing with you more and more. I'm still very early in the game. We have not had that much development for the characters yet. I feel so far as though Ellie is not... I think that I recognize her from the last game. Right? Ellie was definitely not the most warm and friendly and open character in the first game. At any point, even toward the end, when she started to warm up a little bit toward Joel. There was never Eskimo kisses going on and fucking break the pickle, tickle the tickle going on. Is here something? Let's gotta go back to Barco's. We gotta go back this way. You know, I think that Ellie is what I expect her to be so far. I like Abby too. I think I like Abby a little bit more so far, just because I like her thing with her ex-boyfriend more than I like the whole thing with Jesse and Dina. I like that Abby's a little bit more complex from the beginning. Insofar as we're having this, you know, she's kind of conflicted with her humanity and then her motivation for revenge. But I don't want to give you guys the impression I like the same story at all. Because I really don't give a fuck. But if I were to give a fuck, that's my stance. Those are my feelings, as minute as they are. I have no strong feelings about this game's plot in any direction. I have very minor feelings. Those are my feelings so far. I have a slight advantage. I give slight advantage to Abby so far. Also, I feel like unless the game does some pretty crazy shit as it goes, I can hardly feel as... I mean, again, I played The Last of Us Part 1 4 years ago. But let's not forget that Ellie was on some shit in that game. Like, her and Joel were definitely not exactly, like, let's just say they weren't exactly super sweet, right? They weren't super sweet. So for them to portray Ellie as being more, like, hardcore in this game, I mean, she is older, she's been through more shit, she saw her father figure get killed. I would be, at this point, surprised if they could make me say, oh, man, they really departed from her character here by making her such a bitch. I mean, Ellie is kind of a bitch. Then, you know, she's had to be for her whole life to survive. You're talking about doors earlier, got me thinking about video game cliches, huh? I love red barrels. Why are they full of? What are they full of? Why does every enemy camp have them stacked around? You know what, J-Bomb? It's funny you mentioned that. I never got into red barrels in any video game. I'm really bad at using red barrels. Like, every game, they're always like, shoot the red barrels and blow the enemies up before they blow you up. And I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot them all in the head. They're like, but there's 4 guys right there. It would cost you at least 4 bullets with perfect aim to kill all those enemies. There's a red barrel right in the middle of them. Shoot that once and it kills all 4 of them. Plus you're rewarded for recognizing the situation. I think I'm colorblind, perhaps. I'm not really good at spotting red barrels. Check out the water. I want to see if it's got good reflection lighting. Let's check it out. It looks like, well, there's some. I mean, I can kind of see that truck a little bit. I don't think so. I think it's just the sky. That's that up there, right? So no, it's pre-baked lighting, but still, it looks nice. I just played the first game and Ellie was a normal kid. A normal kid? You think so? I'm getting my jeans wet. Oh, there's something going on over here. Oh my. This great waterfall. It looks nice, J-Bomb, yeah. I said on previous streams, guys, that I am far from being a quote-unquote graphics whore. But I come across that way sometimes because when these AAA games come out and they cost millions upon millions and millions of dollars, right? And they've been hyped up for years on fucking, YouTube and shit, and people are talking my ear off about how great they are, and then the gameplay is really mediocre, and the story is really mediocre, then I expect the game to at least have amazing graphics. And if your game does not have amazing graphics, then I'm like, man, fuck this game. Come on, think about it. There's more to games than just graphics. You're right, there is more to games than just graphics. This game has none of that shit either. Right? I guess for me, I can be a graphics whore when your game has already failed me on this, that, and the other thing. Then I at least need to have stellar graphics. Well, if your game is an exclusive game, it's considered to be like a console seller, it's why I bought a PS4, blah, 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 then yes, I do kind of care about the graphics a little bit. The game has to look fucking good. Like Biomutant, Tyler? Oh my god. She's gonna watch the world burn. Shiva Jones, if you're looking for me to hate this game, then rest assured. Rest assured, my friend. That time will come. Okay, I've got very mixed feelings about this game so far. But I assure you, my friend, there will be much hate to go around. This is a Vencabot stream after all. I want to get over there so bad, but they're banking on that, and I love that. I appreciate that they're trying to get me excited to go over there, and I have to find another way through. Yuck, says Tyler. I don't like the graphics in that game. Good story, good graphics, good gameplay. Pick 2, says AJ, huh? Yeah, I want to kind of go on a little side rant there because J-Bomb mentioned graphics and how I've really in my whole life never cared about graphics. I don't give a fuck about graphics. But on stream I have bitched many times about graphics. That's just because, again, for games like this, for games that are exclusives and AAAs and shit, then yeah, you need to have fucking good graphics, dude, seriously. Because almost always their gameplay is inferior. Oh, that's kind of scary.
This guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Oh, see, the place got riddled with bullets. Okay. Even from above, that's weird. Here's a note. It's going to be kind of like a cliche here. Everything's in place. We will be waiting. Once we intercept the convoy and take the Fedra officers captive, you can abandon your past and join us. Your post, I'm sorry. I know you're taken numerous risks and lived in fear of being discovered. Your loyalty to us, to our cause, is appreciated, Isaac. Yeah, I know there's no internet in this era, so maybe it's foolish of me to, you know, judge them for this cliche at this point. But I gotta say that more than any game I've played in a very long time, this game sure does have a lot of fucking notes. Like, people write down a lot of their thoughts. But yeah, I guess because there's no internet, right? I mean, you probably have to have a bunch of notes, I guess. Remember that name. I already forgot it, Tyler. I have the note, though. I can always review it. Well, not a lot going on here. I got a note, and I got some treasure. A little bit of treasure. Better than nothing. I mean, I think the most big treasure I got was a little cutscene, right? I've been meditating ever since we played this game on stream. Evil Within Part 2. Isaac. The Evil Within Part 2 had this game flow where it was an open world, but everywhere you went had cutscenes, and they were brilliantly paced so that they could be enjoyed equally in any order. And to me, that was a huge revelation that I've not seen explored in any game before or since. Right? Like, just because your game is non-linear doesn't mean you can't have cool cutscenes. It just means that they have to be engineered in a way that it doesn't matter what order they go in. And, you know, it could be episodic, right? Have a little episode play out. Could just be that you have in Evil Within Part 2, you had multiple adversaries. Could just be that the cutscenes play out with different adversaries at the same, you know, multiple concurrent storylines could be playing out. But in any case, it's kind of cool when you're exploring an open world like this, and a cutscene happens, and you're like, "Whoa!" Like, I actually found this on my own, and it's almost like it's part of the main story or something. That's kind of cool. So I can't get over there. There's no rope. I want to get over there, but I can't do that yet. I still haven't explored Barcos yet. I got hella ADHD right now, which is awesome. I love that feeling in any game where it's like, you know, actually, there's too much I want to do at once. I want to do everything at once, and it means getting sidetracked sometimes. Definitely beats having nothing you want to do. Story woven successfully into gameplay, exactly. Right? Instead of having to, you know, sit down and watch a cutscene because it's cutscene time now. I beat the boss. Now it's time to watch a cutscene. Blah 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 blah. How about, you know, make it a reward for finding something? Make me feel like I'm part of the game by actually having to be based on something I just did on my own. That's cool. Yeah, I guess I'm talking about that scene there where she opened up the back of the truck and a little corpse fell out. It was like, whoa, that was kind of a fun little scene. You know, Dina had some dialogue about it. In general, right, I mentioned this earlier, I kind of like Dina, the way that she kind of has banter about wherever we go. Kind of makes it feel like J-Bomb says, like it weaves the story into the gameplay. Like, no matter where I choose to go as a gamer, Dina has some shit to say about it. It doesn't matter if I'm going on the main story path. You know, just wherever I go, it's like it's part of the game. And that sounds really obvious, but so many games don't even attempt that. It's like you either have, you know, the linear story-driven game, which is, you know, its own separate thing, or you have the non-linear game with virtually no story, right? Because, how can you make a story work in a non-linear game? You can have a little bit of both. I'm not saying that you could probably have, like, as complex of a story. I mean, you probably could, honestly, but it'd be a lot harder to make it as complex of a story in an open-world game. I understand there's going to always be a place for a linear, story-driven experience, right? It does make it a lot easier to tell a coherent story when the game is linear.
Got it.
But you can at least try to give the non-linear game some kind of story. I just hate that we can never have serious discussion about the story of this game without it devolving into you don't get it if you don't like it. You're crazy if you do. Or, hey, it's a video game, what are you fussing about? It all sucks anyways. You don't get it if you don't like it. You're crazy if you do. Hey, it's a video game, what are you all fussing about? It all sucks anyways. Yeah, I guess I'm just talking about my own perspective. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that anybody else is any less valid. What I am saying is that for me, you know, I mentioned this about, I called Abby, braided hair Ellie, right? Because to me, I don't really care about the characters that much.
What the hell is this place?
Everyone is entitled to like or not like whatever they like or dislike,
Something.
for sure. For any reason that they possibly have. I also think it's perhaps, I think that sometimes people's reasons for disliking something could be very, very, very personal, to the point that perhaps they're not in the best position to, let's say, position themselves as critics. They think we're sheep. Bare your fangs, huh? Flip it.
What is that?
WLF propaganda. Reminds me of the Fireflies in Boston.
In New Mexico, we had these guys called the Ravens. Protectors of the Constitution, they called themselves.
Some of us have traveled pretty far. This part cracked me up, right? I mentioned this last time. The little JRPG bubble pops
What
up.
was their deal?
Ex-Fedra types who thought Fedra had too many rules. They ran protection rackets. They took multiple wives. Great dudes.
Oof, yikes.
Yeah.
Multiple wives? Yikes. A bunch of weirdies, am I right? Dude, seriously, this thing's kind of judgmental. I hate open area games where you explore as part of the side quest instead of being organic like this game. I'm looking at you, Shadowless Tomb Raider. They intimidated by Abby's arms, but she's hated, says AJ, huh? Yeah, well said, AJ, right? Like, I think that I would much rather have exploring be tied to side quests than have no story at all in an open world game. You almost always see open world games have no attempt at story in the open world, which is a drag. Other games, they might get a little bit ambitious and be like, dude, how about we put some side quests in? And they're almost always really boring, right? Like, oh, my wife and daughter, they both were killed looking for these 3 bear pelts. Oh, man, my sorrow would surely be, you know, much alleviated if you'd bring these bear pelts to me. Right? Like, it's always some stupid bullshit that involves getting 3 bear pelts. Right? But on the other hand, you know, games like this, or again, a game like Evil Within Part 2, that kind of make exploring the world sort of tied into the story of the game. Like, it's not just
There's their plans to hit that convoy.
cutscenes
Man.
happening
WLF just wiped
one
out
after the other.
Vencabot.
It's
Way
you
more
explore the world
successful than
and the story is
Fireflies
told
ever
through, you know, micro cutscenes here and there. Or little scenarios to play out based on where you're at. You're just a bigot. That's why you don't like the games, Shiva Jones, huh? Dude, if hating games makes you a bigot, then dog, I am a fucking huge bigot, dude. I gotta be the world's biggest racist, transphobe, homophobe of all time. If hating games makes you a bigot, God, I'd be fucking hating on some games, dog. This whole stream is me hating on games as I'm playing goddamn Hat in Time. I'm playing a Hat in Time, that shit's fucking... I'm definitely the least bigoted person. But games are ass, guys, seriously. If you don't like a game that has, let's say, progressive themes, right? If you're playing a game that has a lesbian main character and other stuff that's a little bit more progressive or contemporary or modern or otherwise, let's say, representational of marginalized people, and you don't like that game, well... Again, video games are fucking ass, dude. I've been playing games my whole life. And if you guys are just joining us for this stream, it's your first stream with us here, you probably already realized I'm pretty hard to impress. I love video games, and that's exactly why I hate video games. I love video games so much, I believe so strongly in what they can do, that I find myself a lot of the time really, really disliking games that I play, because I feel like they could have done so much more. That all being said, yes. It sucks when you're, you know, being accused of having certain, let's say, political, you know, affiliations just by virtue of you not liking a piece of art, because there's so much to dislike about any game. That being said, man, you can't deny that what I've seen on social media and elsewhere, it does seem as though people's, let's say, social hangups are oftentimes a huge part of their discourse when it comes to, why they dislike this game. I mean, look at the whole fiasco that happened around the Ghostbusters movie, right? That came out some years ago. I mean, was it any good? I saw it.
Ghost would have loved this.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as good as the original Ghostbusters, for sure. But almost all the criticism of the game before it came out was based on the fact that people did not want to see an all-female Ghostbusters cast. And that just blows my mind.
They were these feral cats I had before I came to Jackson. But they didn't seem to want to leave with us, so I miss those scratchy little shits sometimes. You have any pets?
Nah,
And I'm almost
it's not
certain
really my thing.
that there are
Oh, maybe when we're done with
viewers,
all this, we can get a nice little creature to take care of.
movie goers that saw that film and they came out of it thinking to themselves, that film was stupid as fuck. It had terrible jokes. Right? It was really bad and really dumb. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But if it had had the original cast, they would have come out of it going, it was the same script. That film was amazing. It was fabulous. The jokes were great. And that's kind of what makes criticism kind of difficult, right? Sometimes people don't even realize why they like or dislike things. I'm sure I'm no different. I've probably played games before that, I had every reason to dislike, but maybe I misunderstood my reason for disliking it. What is this? I can equip this fucking belt? Are you kidding me? What do you mean equip? I equipped... Oh, it's a long gun holster. What does that mean? So I have my rifle now. I didn't even know I had a rifle. I didn't have a holster for it, though, so it was just in my... I'm confused. Let's just say that I just got a rifle. I'm no snowflake, and I love this game, says producer Tyler. Huh? This game was a bit woke, though, says Tyler. Third Strike is one of the greatest games of all time. Even it sucks. Video games suck. That's true. Well said. So Good Reps says it was an insanely terrible film, huh? Yeah, I didn't really mind Ghostbusters 2016. I enjoyed it. A lot, even. But I did kind of feel like it definitely fell short of Ghostbusters, which is a kind of hard thing to live up to. Yeah, I was kind of hoping, J-Bomb, I was like, a belt? Can I wear this belt and, I don't know, is there like a fashion Souls mechanic? Can I fucking wear different clothes? That'd be sick. But no, it's like a holster. Can switch between two guns as fast. Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably never going to do that. I'm not competent enough in shooting games to want to do that. That is a nice little reward, though. Thank you, AJ. Hi, Zoltan. You can swap guns on the go. Now, thank you, TV Jones. Yeah. Yeah, I can hardly see somebody of my skill level wanting to switch between two long guns quickly or two heavy guns quickly. But I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, it makes sense from a game design perspective, so I'm here for that. So I'm full on some shit. Can I craft some shit? This is my experience with the first game. I was always trying to fucking pick up shit, and it was like, you're full. I better go craft something. I was never motivated by my need for something. It was always by the fact that I was full on other shit. Full. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bottle. That's the bottle I'm carrying. Fast and reloading, says Tyler, huh? So that way I can switch between two guns quicker and just shoot enemies. Okay. Yeah, I guess the point I'm trying to get across is that I know Shiva Jones. I wouldn't say I know him very fairly well, but it's been my pleasure to have got to know him a little bit through the streams over the last couple of years. He's a great guy. And if he doesn't like this game, I know for sure it's not because, he's a transphobe or homophobe or whatever the case might be, right? That's certainly not why he dislikes it. Obviously. But what I will say is that excluding Shiva Jones and excluding people that I've come to know and trust and believe in as gamers, as critics, as thinkers, I have noticed, when this game came out on social media, that, a lot of the pushback was from people that were definitely, certainly, obviously, let's say, closed-minded. They're closed-minded about the themes of the game and the representation in the game. Some people seriously just don't like playing as women, especially not lesbians. There was some transphobia going on. As I understand, I haven't, met a trans character that was, let's say, overtly trans in this game so far. And rumor has it that the character, I don't really know for sure who they're talking about, But rumor has it whoever it was ended up, not being actually trans. That's neither here nor there, though.
Hey, Valiant Music Shop.
Should we check for supplies?
Hell yeah. That being said, it's kind of hard when someone says, I am a homophobe. They don't say that, let's say, in those exact words, but they make it very clear. And also, this game sucks for these reasons. It's like, could it be perhaps that your homophobia influenced your experience in such a way that you misinterpreted the mechanics of the game? And I would be remiss to ever think that, someone's only reason for disliking this game would be their social hangups. And there are those that guys, let's be real. I'm gonna come out of this game fucking hating it, right? Almost certainly. Almost certainly.
Man, imagine this place when.
And it's not because I'm a
everything was
homophobe.
intact.
It's because there's gonna be things about this game that sort of put me
Play some
off
instruments.
in terms of the pace, in terms of the mechanics, in terms of this and that.
You don't know how to play anything.
I mean,
But
I could definitely figure it out.
I would say that, and like you said, Shiva Jones, it is really whack when, a publisher puts a game out that has some really progressive themes, and then that game must be, let's say, excluded from criticism because of those themes. And whenever you try to criticize it, people go, well, you're a hater, dog. You're a bigot because you don't like this game. That sucks.
Yo.
That for sure sucks. That, it seems as though sometimes in our culture, some things are above criticism because of their themes, right? But I also don't want to say that I want to make clear that a lot of the criticisms I saw for this game were definitely motivated by people that were, less open-minded to the characters.
Check this out.
Dina, I believe, is bi. Ellie is lesbian. Almost certainly, yes. Ellie might even be bi.
Oh.
The story, AJ?
That was an interesting beat.
I guess she was doing some stuff here.
I am
Didn't even hear. I think part of the pushback is also that the media trope
love
of the
you.
day seems to be guys suck,
Whatever.
kill them off, and replace
starting
them.
a
It's a good
band.
vibe. Is that a media trope of the day?
How about you be my...
The trans character in this game is arguably the best character in the game since
You're
Shiva
what?
Jones, though.
Well,
It's in a bunch of media.
Bands apparently had these
Has that been in this
hardcore
game at
bands
all so
that
far? I haven't got that
just
impression from this game at all.
Is it?
Kill all the
is that
guys.
what I'm
Guys suck, kill them off and
already
replace them.
I guess so.
This game has, I would say, its fair share of sympathetic male characters. I have not got the impression so far that either Ellie or Dina or Abby or anybody in this game is misandrinist, as they say. Hey, trading card. Das Wart. What are you doing, girl? Sometimes she approaches a fucking surface and kind of scratches it. Just as one of her little idle animations. It's kind of a thing killing male characters off, says Producer Tyler, huh? Yeah, but you gotta kill somebody off. Right? You kill off a female character and people say, well, you fucking fridged her, dog. You killed off a female character to advance the plot. That's, misogynistic. And Joel was seen by some as another example of it. But you gotta kill somebody off. For me, it makes perfect sense to have killed Joel off, right? And there are times where I truly sympathize with the criticism that we see. Oh, is that an NPC? That's sick. We see a criticism of, certain narrative styles where female characters are presented and killed off to advance the story. A lot of women feel as though instead of having, I guess because there's not enough representation, right? There's not enough representation of strong female characters in media, right? Historically. I mean, if you want to, you can say all you want about, modern movies or whatever the case might be, right? But going back historically, it's very fair to say, and very, you'd be a fool to deny that there has been a major, let's say, a major emphasis on male leads over female leads. And so people feel like when you take a female character and you pretty much just introduce her, warm us up to her, then kill her to advance the storyline, people feel like that's sort of, it sort of puts women in a poor light as objects, essentially, for the narrative. And I think that there's truth in that for sure. And something that people should be careful to sort of, be considerate of who you kill off I guess, is my point. That being said, if you can't kill female characters because you're frigging them, but you can't kill male characters because you're frigging them, then who can you kill? I think that Joel, he spent the whole last game as a protagonist. He had his time in the light, right? And it's because he was a protagonist that they killed him to try to make his death more meaningful. How can you argue that killing Joel off, who had a whole game to himself already, is misandrist, is somehow, is somehow hateful toward the male gender? I mean, again, he already had a whole game in the same franchise. He was the guy.
The sick habit.
Close enough.
He was the guy.
Okay, we only listened to it like 100 times.
Yeah, they killed him off. He was the fucking last protagonist. That was kind of a daring move. How is it? I mean, people can argue, like, if you want to argue that, it was unfair in some way, okay. We can debate that all day and night. But to say that it's actually, like, misandrist and it's actually somehow bigoted toward, bigoted against men, that seems wild to me. That seems awfully defensive, right? It seems like a reaction to the fact that the game has a female protagonist with a lesbian partner, and a male character is killed off. Now it's suddenly because men are so evil. That just seems weird to me. We should kill Good Vibe off. He's a fan favorite, so we'll be sure to drive up ratings. Yeah, but if we kill off Good Vibe, people are going to stop coming by for fucking season 3, right? It's exactly why he's a fan favorite. We can't kill him off yet. Once we see ratings really start to dip, J-Bomb will consider it. A lot of people use the bigots to dismiss valid criticisms of the game. Yes, there's that too, Chibi Jones. Game of Venkas really went downhill after they offed Good Vibe. He was carrying the plot of the whole show. That's what I'm saying, J-Bomb. We can't kill Good Vibe yet until viewership really dips. Kevin Smith is getting crap right now because of his adaptation of He-Man, where Teela basically replaces him. It's Good Vibe. Yeah, I don't know anything about He-Man or the remake. His death meant nothing in this game. I don't know, Chibi Jones. Isn't that the whole reason why we're traveling right now? We're trying to get revenge for... I haven't got that far into the plot yet of this game, so maybe I'll come to agree with you, Shiva Jones. But right now, it seems like his death was pretty important. I mean, that's exactly why we're out here. And I get the impression from the reviews I've heard that Ellie's going to start taking a pretty dark character twist. Almost certainly motivated by seeing her father figure brutally murdered in front of her face. Right? Like, I think that it'd be much harder to justify her, taking a dark character twist if she hadn't seen her fucking father figure get killed in front of her. I mean, that would make anybody go nuts. Oh. Oh no, please. Don't make me play it. I'm begging you. Just have her play it on her own. Remember last time they asked me to fucking play a stupid guitar? Oh my. Gotta stroke this thing or... This is so stupid. This is the dumbest minigame. Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, guys. I think it was on Tuesday's stream. Did they include this stupid minigame because Sony mandated they have to use the fucking touchpad somehow? And they were like, how can we use this stupid touchpad? Wasn't they gonna strum the stupid guitar? I try to think of something as its own thing, but I do get people grouping media and being like, it's all remakes or this or that or this, yeah.
Nothing.
There's a lot of remakes going on. Guitar Hero.
Sure
I hate this game, says J-Bomb. It shows you how other players' high scores. You talking about Street Rage 4?
By the bonfire?
Yeah.
Don't make me do it again. She's only going to do what Abby did, which people seem to love until Ellie is doing it, says Shiva Jones, huh? She's only going to do what Abby did, which people seem to love until Ellie is doing it. Not sure what you mean. Brother Nero, maybe I'll understand when I beat the game. Brother Nero got 10 times my score, that jackass, who I like and respect. Yeah, but Nero's fucking a godlike at those kind of games. Like, it's not even, like, the actual pad itself isn't responsive enough for me to be rhythmic at all. That it doesn't respond to half my fucking swipes. Take on me.
Talking away. I don't
Oh, they licensed a song. I got you, AJ.
I'm to say, I'll say anyway.
I have a game on DS, guys. It's called Jam Sessions. And it's a guitar synthesizer for the DS. You strum with the actual stylus. It's dope. It's super good. It's a great game. But this ain't no Jam Sessions. Take on me. She's gonna go for the high note, guys. Taking bets. She's gonna go low. She's gonna go low, right? Here comes low. I knew it. She was gonna go for it. Oh no, how long is it gonna go on? Is she gonna steal his guitar? I guess not really stealing. She already has Joel's guitar though, right? Is it somewhere in her magical backpack? Or does she not have it anymore? It'd be too bulky to take with her. Somebody played guitar to me in the middle of a mission in an apocalypse. Good, but we made this joke last time, right? About how they were boning in an apocalypse last time. You think so, J-Bomb? I don't think she could fucking do it, dude. I think that when you grow up in a world like this where you could get killed by zombies at any time, you probably just get used to it. You gotta have fun in the end of the world with Tyler, exactly. I was making jokes last time, right? About how they were fucking boning on the couch, and I was like, if I just killed like 4 zombies and I could get jumped by zombies at any moment still, I'm not sure I'd fucking be able to get an erection. But maybe I'd have hella erection, dude. Maybe I'd have extra erection. Because fucking death is right around the corner. Well done, Ellie.
Kiss me then.
Kiss me right now. Oh, actually, talking about the bonfire.
Me too.
The danger boner. That's what I'm saying, dude.
All right. We should keep moving.
Yeah.